Clear my mind, close my eyes, where am I? Bumpy right, looking out across the sky. As the wind blows in my face, there is water, water everywhere. How did I get here? Who is that man over there? My mind is blinded, it's all just a dream. Sails and rudder on the ship, rum and beer, I'll take a drink, and tomorrow I won't remember a thing. Sails and rudder on the ship, rum and beer, I'll take a drink, and tomorrow I will be hungover.
With our Nintendo Switch, we can turn...
What have I done? Can someone remind me? 'Cause to me this all is just a blur. The last thing that I remember is the party, then nothing else. How did I get here? Who is that man over there? Will I ever find out? It's all just a dream. Tell myself, never will I do this again. Tell myself, it's not worth it. Tell myself no, but who cares? 'Cause tonight I will party. Sails and rudder on the ship, rum and beer, I'll take a drink, and tomorrow I won't remember a thing. Sails and rudder on the ship, rum and beer, I'll take a drink, and tomorrow I will be hungover.
Nintendo Switch? What are you talking about, Mike? What are you talking about, Mike? Jeez!
Thanks everybody who followed us over here from our OnlyFans stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Coming on down here to the regular people.
To the regular fans stream.
Yeah, the regular fans.
It's not just you. It's not only fans. It's
Not only
people
fans,
that hate
but
us,
it's
too.
the
Yeah.
everybody fans.
Everybody here hates us. I heard an ad for Nintendo Switch. Oh, an ad?
That's not the kind of stuff we talk about on
Yeah, that's a whole entirely different thing. Alright, guys. Hi. It's me. It's Dr. D. It's Valentine's Paint Day, I guess. So, I thought it was funny. We're gonna... So, this was a joke that Carol probably, in my brain, she'd take it great, but because I'm cursed, she's gonna be like, that's not funny. Well, well, well. This is the boy who died. The boy who died. I do that a lot. We're gonna paint Nekoma today. Kara's been asking me to paint Nekoma for a while, but life's been busy, and she wants me to paint this for Valentine's Day, which is next weekend. She figured that would be her gift. And ironically, I was like, I really need to finish up this Nephilim who's been sitting on my desk for a million years. So, this is usable in Guild, so I was thinking, it's funny, right? Because he's carrying around a ball and chain, which is funny because that's a relationships. Do you get it? That's what makes it funny. Anyway, and then she's the mommy of the Nephilim.
Yes, she is.
So, I'm going to finish this one real quick because this is super simple, and then I'll start working on her. And that'll be the stream today. We'll probably there's no way I'm gonna finish her. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to finish her before Valentine's Day, to be completely honest. But we'll see what we can do. So we'll paint it today, tomorrow, Monday next week, because I won't be here Sunday.
I guess the one thing to keep in mind, like purple, but also pink lava at the bottom, like everybody else.
I don't think there's... Yeah, so I guess I could paint a little lava in there.
A little bit, yeah.
It's mostly just going to be rocks.
Yeah, it'll be just black rocks.
Which I think
but you can
looks...
get pink in there.
I think looks good, in my opinion. But, yeah, we'll see. Well, I'll see what I can do. I'm probably not going to put in the goop.
That's fine.
Just because there's not enough room, really.
Just so that it has a little bit of that pink in it.
And so we should probably go over this real quick, just so I don't make any boo-boos. Human skin.
Yeah.
Hooves and horns and stuff is fine with black. What color do you want wing membrane? I'm not painting that god-awful pink.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a creamy, like just a basic creamy.
Okay. Creamy. Okay.
Yeah, like a Nosferatu type wing. Creamy.
That's like
grayish.
purple? It's like a purpley purple. Well, I guess it's kind of like the Nurdle skin.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, that would be
Okay.
fine. That light purple is fine. Yeah.
What color are the spines?
So like a dark purple, I think.
Okay, so you just want to make it all kind of purpley. Alright, that makes sense. What color's the hair? I think she has black hair.
I'm good with black or dark brown.
Okay. And then as far as clothes go, trench, the coat thing, you want purple?
Would you do teal on your coat?
You want a dark teal or you want a really bright? I feel like that's going to look weird if it's bright.
Dark teal, like
I mean,
their butt capes are dark teal with a little bit of highlight.
that's not dark in the slightest.
I used the dark teal and then I kind of highlighted it. You can use dark teal. You can make it dark as you want. That's fine.
I'm thinking it's going to come out like sea foamy.
I'm okay with that.
Alright, sea foam. You want a special colored sword? It's supposed to be magical. It's a living blade. Or you just want silver.
I guess red.
Okay. And any specific colors for pants and shirt? And then body hair will be black.
Yeah, I think just black or gray towards those things.
Okay. Because I think that's
Maybe
yeah. That's
like-
good. This is a thigh high.
Yeah.
Because she's not wearing pants. I don't think.
I had kept that artwork for a little bit, but I think I got rid of it again.
I don't. Isn't that pants? I guess that is pants. She has pants with also thigh highs. Okay. Well, I could start painting stuff before, and I'm gonna finish my guy first because it's gonna take not very long. Okay. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to not look at the chat, but that was some stuff I
Maybe,
needed to know.
like, instead of red, like, can you do her a sword hot pink to kind of match the base? Similar to the lava.
I could try.
Kind of those same
Yeah.
kind of, like, heat.
I can't promise ultimate greatness, but I can try.
Yeah.
You want like a pink?
Yeah.
It might be worth bringing over a teddy. Bring over Big Chump. Okay. Blah, 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 birthday boy. Yeah, happy birthday, Wilmar. I hung out with you all day. I completely forgot to tell you. Sorry. Well, you died. Let's do a group reading of the Star Wars book Mike went and picked up this week. No Valentine Goop. Valentine Goop? What's that mean? Maybe his name should be Abandoned or Promises. Juicy. Happy Valentine's Day 3. Tisdale. Funny. Alright, I'm gonna replace water now that I think about it, because I keep forgetting to replace this water. Hello, chat. It is I, the painter of things. here, I guess.
Okay, so Dylan was asking. Oh, I never get to hear the music. Dylan was asking me today if he had to paint Nekama's hooves and wings like I painted these little demons, because I painted them all teal, and he was like, that's not even logical. And I was like, well, they don't grow that way. They paint their hooves that way, guys, and their little wings and their horns when they start getting their little horns. I thought everybody needed to know that.
I don't blame you for being mad about that, Mike. Kara, how do they paint the wings on their back?
They help each other.
They help each other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's like a demon night. They get together, they get prepped for war.
So, just fit with the stereotype, Kara wants things in pink, and then she might be self-conscious when somebody asks her why everything's pink. You know, that's how this usually goes.
I love these colors. These are just my favorite colors. Pink, purple, and teal.
I think this is probably one of the best things I've ever painted. This thing came out really well.
Yeah, I think I like your colors on the other bases better, but that model is like pristine.
So, this is some of the things she's been painting on hers. So, some of the stuff we do will tie into that, but I can't paint models like that.
She wasn't remorseful? What a bitch!
Yeah, she didn't seem remorseful, which doesn't make it better. He feels really bad. Oh, good. So, I got a little bit of a weird tangent I could go into, and I've changed my opinion on this in a lot of ways as I've gotten older. When it comes to significant others, and like the way they look at the hobby we do, I do think there are a lot of guys out there who probably take it too far, where they spend too much or spend too much time doing it or whatever. But there's a lot of like, I'm gonna say significant others because it's not. I'm sure it's not only wives who are probably a little too harsh on their significant others for something they enjoy. It goes both ways. We do talk about it in that episode that I did with Aaron. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan about how most guys get treated in a lot of ways, because I feel like it's very one-sided, but you know, that's relationships, I guess. Thank you for the follow, Trauma Hawk. I know who that is. That's Jason. Wow, Jason, you finally came to a thing, or you at least followed. I don't know if you've ever actually been to one of these before. Welcome to the Valentine's Day stream. You know, I know it's not you know, this weekend obviously, but I will not be here on Valentine's Day itself, right? Because is that Sunday? Valentine's Day itself is Sunday? No, it's on Friday. I'm not going to be here that Sunday. So, there probably won't be a stream that day, unless something else takes over. But I will be here that Monday. Also, tomorrow I might be late. I will bring this up again. Nina, my co-worker, doctor, is on a vacation, so I took her Monday shift, so I do work tomorrow. And the time she gets off is usually much later than me. So the stream will happen tomorrow, but it might be a little late just because of the time it takes me to get home. The Boston commute is not known for being exceptionally easy. It's not, I guess it's not hard, it's just kind of slow, I guess. The pink MMM is chef's. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thank you. I actually I'm not a huge fan of the way the chains came out, because she actually wanted me to darken them. They used to be a little bit brighter, I think it was. But it used to all be like this. She wasn't a huge fan, but, you know. I for some reason, I just feel like the actual teddy bear came out really, really well. Like that, it's super smooth. I don't know why. Don't know why, it was just perfect. It just came out really well. But thank you, Jason. Woo, Trauma, I know his paper. You know his papers. Hi, Bert! Hey, Bert. Hey there, I agree, the teddy looks great. Thank you. Bert Jepson, is that a reference to the gremlin? I know you've been in here before, and I may have asked that before, but I don't remember if you answered me. Is that an actual reference to Bert Jepson? Because that is definitely a model in Malifaux. Because if it's not a direct reference, it's a damn big coincidence. But I know I've seen you in here before. Because, like, straight up, it is Bird Jepson. Oh, it's Jesse. Got it. All right. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that name in here once before. Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way that is not a direct Malifaux reference. All right, so this is a enslaved Nephilim. This is I think this is the original one for the old Perdita crew. I think it looks way better than the current one, so I'm gonna paint this up again. This is the Valentine's Day thing. People are starting to show up. It's a joke. It's a Valentine's Day thing. This one's me because I'm a tiny little man with a ball and chain, and then she's a big demon mommy. Yeah, do you get it? It's funny. It's so funny, guys. Yeah,
I heard that.
everybody. I mean, why? Yeah, of course you heard it, because I didn't try to make it so you didn't hear it. Jesse is the purveyor of the Boring Conversation podcast, which, if you're interested in Malifaux, it is a good reference for like a variety of topics when it comes to Malifaux. It's actually not a boring conversation. He does fall into one of the funny things I find about certain podcasts, which is where they start talking about what they drink, which I think it's always like, okay, yeah, that's what we're in store for here. Jesse was there the day I lost all hope on ever actually playing Malifaux competitively. He was there. He watched the light die in my eyes. Is it this?
No, it's that Patrick Swayze one.
Oh, the Ghost. Yeah, Ghost. A movie I've still never seen, but for some reason has been repeatedly referenced in the past, like, couple months.
I'm gonna see it soon. Also, Whoopi Goldberg. We like her from Star Trek. I mean, I like her from life. I grew up with her.
I mean, I know who she is. She's never really been in anything that was, like, hugely influential of my childhood, other than, you know, it's like, okay,
That's because you didn't grow up in the 90s.
I
You were born in the 90s.
I was born in the early 90s.
I
Oh.
was born in the 80s.
Oh.
I grew up in the 90s. And let me tell you,
Oh.
Sister Act was life.
Yeah, literally never seen that.
I think there's like 1 or 2 sequels to it. Sister Act. Sister Act is life.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
I don't think anybody knew who Whoopi Goldberg was until
You
Sister
take
Act.
no responsibility for that, Jesse? Okay. Shall we start talking about the things that are sort of a direct responsibility for you, or are we just gonna just sweep that under the carpet?
The beverage intros either. Well, maybe you should do bad dad jokes.
You
Successful podcasts do bad dad jokes.
you could see the exact moment his heart broke during the tournament. You probably could. Because you said, hey, you can play your Explorer Society, but you never actually told me until I got there. So I had to go into it with a faction that I literally have barely played in the new edition. And you're like, why didn't you just play Explorers? It's like, because I didn't know I could, Jesse! You can see the exact 90s kid who we're talking about. Whoopi Goldberg. I know. I do know her as well. Do that because my other main hobby is home beer, cider, meat, and wine brewing. I'm a certified beer judge as well. I'm just a way to do it. I think that the way you do it is much more enjoyable than the other ways I've seen like podcasts do it. There was another podcast I listened to where I don't know, they were like a little bit more egregious about it. It was kind of weird. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but the way you do it, you just kind of talk about it. You're like, hey, this is what I'm drinking, and then you kind of get to the topic. They would like, I don't know, like they would kind of pause on it a little too long. I don't know how to describe it. Best decade for birth was a super 70s, obviously. Well, I definitely my dad wasn't born. No, he was. My dad was born in 61. So he was. I guess you could say he grew up in the 60s, right? Because I guess that's how this works. I guess you're not actually allowed to live in the decade you were born. Yeah, I will say, going into that event, not playing Explorer Society was not a great move, admittedly. This is definitely what I had the most practice with. Even if I just went in with Cooper, just so I could pretend I was playing the game by shooting things, which I guess is what I did with Dita anyway. I definitely could see myself slowly improving with Dita every game I had. Like the first game I had, it was just sloppy because I wasn't getting the triggers, or not the triggers, but the timing down on it enough. And then I played the second game and I was like, oh, okay, I'm starting to see all this kind of going around. But I have definitely determined what it is about Malifaux, or at least current day Malifaux, that really bothers the living crap out of me. That I think makes it so you know if a list is good or not in a lot of ways. And I think it comes down mostly to summoning. I told Jeff you could play ESR, he didn't tell you. Well, you know what, Jesse? It's fine. All you did was drain me of hope. You know, it's fine. Don't think about it. Don't think about it too much. I try not to. So Jeff is the villain. Jeff is also the reason I did the event at all. So he's not the villain, I guess. What? It's kind of a combined all of their fault. Like if I went there just to play Guild with people I liked, it wouldn't have been a problem. I would have enjoyed it. I wouldn't have, you know, like again, I don't care about losing, as I've said ad nauseum. But when you go into a super non-interactive Seamus game and also playing against Zoraida, I was like, wow, this is not enjoyable on any level. Why would I ever subject myself to this again? Yeah, and I think my main issue or it's not even my main issue, but I think what happens with Malifaux where it falls apart is summoning is wildly powerful in that game because of the fact that it gives you an action economy, and I kept losing with Perdita 1 because she doesn't have summoning, which is why I think everybody says Perdita 2's the better one, which I think just even like instinctually she is. But when I went up into when I went into that last game against Zoraida, when I said, "Hey, I'm playing Zoraida 1," or when I'm playing Dita 1, he looks at me like I'm stupid, and he said, "Why?" And I was like, "Because that's what I got." And he's like, "Okay," which, you know, that didn't feel great. Jeff is not the villain. I don't know, the tap water then I don't know, the tap water then was all lead.
That's true. And we drank from hoses.
In the 70s?
I drank from hoses in the 90s.
I was gonna say, but you weren't in the 70s.
But I'm just saying we were still drinking from hoses.
Yeah, but
The water was still leaded.
who's that crazy guy? Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders was in government by the 70s, so, you know, or by the 90s. He got all the lead out.
Joe Biden was by the 70s, I think.
Yeah, I think he was, yeah. Because he was what? Delaware? Is that Pennsylvania then?
I don't think he represented Pennsylvania. I think you're right. I think he represented Delaware, maybe.
Yeah, wasn't it Delaware?
But he grew up in Scranton.
Yeah, I know that.
He loves to talk about Scranton.
It's the city of lights. Man, I love metal models. That takes a lot of matchup knowledge, though. Into what? He is a villain. Yeah, you need to have a solid plan to put a ton of pressure on the opposing summoner to make him burn resources, make their summons a lot more taxing. So this is what gets me about some. Yeah, okay, with the matchup thing. What I think needs to happen is if there's a summoning mechanic, they need to make it more expensive. And if the summoning mechanic is, oh, there has to be a scheme token or whatever, it's like you can't just spend like you couldn't just use a 5 cost minion and just like put it down next to the model. Like that's actually like a cost. That's what kind of drives me nuts is like they're like, yeah, they have these costs. They're not really costs. Like the Sow, you get a free piglet which does damage you can't stop. And it's like, yeah, you know, you gotta have a scheme token and a card that doesn't have a suit. It's like, oh no, what a cost. I feel so sorry for you. I'm the villain. I didn't give you a Rocky montage of training. Yeah. Yeah, like stuff like Dash will summon is agree. Yeah, I agree. And you know, like guards aren't like individually very good, but it's not necessarily how good the model is. It's the fact that you get a friggin' model at all that can just occupy space. Or I think summon models can just pick. They can do interact actions, right? I mean, there's a lot of schemes and stuff that can't use them, but they can still do interacts on not the turn they're summoned. I think is the way it's worded. Yeah, execute. Yeah, like why? Why would so? I think Weird need to like kind of pull their head out of their butts and figure out. It's like, oh wow, you know these summoning things are way too good. Maybe we should do something about it. And if I get mocked again for bringing a master that I love because it's not the most competitive choice or whatever, I'm gonna scream and headbutt them.
That's kind of the rub.
I was
like,
not happy about that.
People are not nice if you don't come competitive.
He was a nice guy. Don't get me wrong, but he did a certain thing, and I looked at him, and I said, "Okay, you win 8-1." It was like the end of turn 3, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, man." I was like, and I said, someone was like, I doubt that. Malvo Summoner Wars, yeah. The counteract earlier, some supplements. Just show them off. So waving around my face. What are we doing?
All right, see how he's got like pink bands.
Sure.
Okay, can you maybe do her jacket black and just do her bands teal? She's got bands like on her legs down here and her arms and stuff.
You want the band's teal?
The band's teal and do her jacket black instead of teal. So it's less teal,
Sure.
more black.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think brown hair to kind of break it up a little bit, dark brown.
You don't have to worry about breaking up black. Black is a neutral color.
Okay. Whatever you think looks best.
I'll paint whatever her hair is in the lore. I'm pretty sure it's black. Correct. They can't interact turn their symbol cups and turns. Okay, Malfa Summoner. Well, Perdita is a very skewed example for sure. I keep telling, stay in the litter box meta we have. You can play ES and run Ivan. His summons are fair and balanced. yeah, definitely. Ivan is another good example of a summoner that. But again, at least in his case, it requires like some setup. You know, if you're not spending a stone, you need 2 crows. That's 2 suits. There's a lot of summoners out there that don't require any. Like, yeah, you need an 8. Like, yeah, man, what a I'm trying not to cuss because how aggravated this makes me. Yeah, but it's like such an egregious difference. Like, yeah, I get that his is a thing, but it also used to do damage on Ivan, but they changed that.
Super shout out to everybody who's here on Super Bowl night.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so proud of all of our nerds not caring about the Super Bowl.
I think a lot of you guys don't actually care about the Super Bowl. Which, yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out with me, listening to me complain about something yet again. You just got to tell me to shut up, and I'll talk about something else.
Talk about how irritated he is about Nekama colors.
But it was legitimately a pretty disheartening thing to just bump into that. I don't know why it bothered. It bothered me more than it usually does. What is a Super Bowl? I don't follow Malifaux. Is it a summon? No, it's called the Super Ball, and it is. I think it's a game GW makes. I think it's called. Yeah, it's like a fantasy football game or something like that. It's called like Super Ball. I think. I'm not an expert. I don't care about this matchup. What is it? Oh, good storyline in the Super Bowl. They forced KC because they was zipped. Yeah. Something I did supposedly here. I'm not even gonna mention it. It's too political, so I'm just gonna leave it be. I'm not physically allowed to talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. Let's just keep talking about how much.
Do you have dirty things to say about Taylor Swift?
No, it has nothing to do with Taylor Swift. It has everything to do with politics.
Oh, good. Okay. No politics.
No politics in the channel.
Hey, tea drinkers
Hey.
live longer than coffee drinkers.
That's probably true. Yeah.
People should research that. So you know.
Yeah, and, you know, we could keep hitting on Malifaux, but we figure Jesse just got here. I feel like maybe he doesn't want me to, you know, vent. I have determined that I'm not going to completely stop playing the game, but I don't know if I'm going to travel for it anymore. I'll probably play it local. Like, I might still travel for some of those things. But, like, a Captain Con is probably too much for me. Vent all you want. I've got the SB on the radio. My sporting interest plummeted about 5 years ago. Yeah, I bet.
On the radio? I didn't even know it was still on the radio.
Oh, SB Super Bowl. My good store. My first came. Travel to my house to play trains. I just, you know, I really dig the lore of Malifaux. Unfortunately, the game does not play that way. And I think if people at an event were like, "Yeah, I like to play my favorite master because I like their story," it would be different, right? Because you wouldn't be going there and they're like, "Wow, I can't believe Zoraida can do this thing that you can't do with the other masters." And just said they're playing it to crush. But I did play Infinity. Yeah, I did reach the conclusion that like I might still play mini games, like at least like pretty consistently. But I definitely am not traveling to events, and I definitely need to play a lot less than I am currently. And I'm going to be selling a lot of it. The MCP stuff is probably going first. So if you guys have any interest in the MCP stuff I got, keep me posted, because I am probably gonna just like put it in a box and bring it to me with work and make like a list. I've had multiple people ask me, "Hey, what do you have?" And they want me to like give them the entire list, and then they're like, "No, actually, I'm not interested in buying anything." And I'm like, "Then why did you make me do that?" Speaking of events, is there usually Infinity at Ironwell? That should give me the time to learn the game. Yes, there is. There usually is. It was previously run by Brady, who used to be the co-host of Infinity. I think he said the last year was the last time he was doing it, so I'm not sure if it's going to be at the next one, because I don't know who's running it. It might be Keith. So there might still be there, but it's been there previously. I don't know. The person who was running it previously has stopped. I don't know if somebody's taking it over. I assume Keith is, because he was at the last one. So probably. What do you guys think of Blue Nephilim? Oh, this event was also the first time I ever got like a compliment in the middle of a game on the Malifaux figs. Which I was like, oh, you know what? That did happen at Captain Con. That was kind of nice. Or I finally had somebody actually go like, wow, that looks really good. And I was like, thank you. And I guess it would help if Weird sent me a big blank check like they do to you, Jesse. That would probably really help me mood out. And when I say big, I mean like comically oversized, like you know, like the things they use in those like giveaways. It's like a big, literally comically big check. Which is a part of the Dylan Lexicanum, you know, narrative universe. Are the eagles a Malifaux summon? There are raptors that you can summon, yes. And sort of, they kind of get summoned. They kind of like replace a dead model. At least they do in Guild. I finally got a check from them actually, like like for real 2 days ago for $11. Wow, holy crap! Jumbo checks are great. Yeah, jumbo checks are great. No, they wow, they summon your mom. Dang, they wish. Why is your mom hot? You can tell us, Wilmar. Is you got a hot mom? You got a hot mom, Summer? I assume you got a check because of that affiliate link thing. Yeah, the affiliate link. You go after his mom on his birthday. You can't go after his mom on his birthday. Yeah, do you want us to chase after your mom, Wilmar, on your birthday? I mean, it is your birthday. You get to pick. Little razzle dazzle right there, a little razzle dazzle, a little razzle dazzle here, razzle a dazzle, razzling right here. Hey, there too. Hey, look at this, boom, razzling. Give it the old razzle right there. Oh, boom, look at that razzle it, pam, boom, bang, boom, bam. This is back when Nephilim looked more like satyrs because they got these hairy legs. The new ones do not do that. Look at that, smooth as a baby. Unless it is, yeah, affiliate D. What video game original soundtrack should I cover next on my other show? Give me like 3 picks, I'll choose one. Domina. The soundtrack for Domina is amazing. I'm assuming you've already done. If you haven't done Hades yet, you should probably do the Hades games. Actually, any super is that Supergiant? I think is the name of the company. So any of their games. So Bastion, Pyre, Transistor. Or Hades 2, I guess, if you want one of those two. Silver Surfer for the NES, never heard of it. Also, one of the most foundational video games I ever played while I was a kid that I probably played on my PlayStation more than anything else was SSX on Tour. I thought the soundtrack on that game was banging. Yeah, I would definitely recommend the Hades games. I guess that's ones, right? So my choices are Hades, Domina, and actually Endless Legend? Endless Legend, I think, is probably my other choice. Endless Legend's soundtrack is insane. Let me double check, make sure that name is right. Endless Legend, yeah, is my choice. All the races music is like super spot on. Yeah, but any of the Supergiant games are definitely open season on that because their soundtracks are usually like crazy. All right, we're gonna do the red on his butt cape. Oh, I did finish some Plague Bearers too. I have been keeping my responsibility. I think the more and more as time goes and my willpower evaporates, a lot of the stuff I bring to Adepticon will just be like, hey, look, it's painted, you know, yeah. It's just got some paint on it. And they go like, is it done? I'm like, nope, sure ain't.
Hey,
Yeah.
you and nighttime producer need to make sure you get to bed on time because you gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yep, I do work tomorrow. So I gotta be in bed at like 12-ish. Which isn't too bad. And my schedule's not super crazy tomorrow. So it won't be excessively demanding. But I still want to feel good doing it. And you know, you want to be there. You want to be able to be 100% doctor when somebody comes in. You don't want to be like 80% doctor when somebody comes in. Like, you kind of phoned it in. I've definitely had those days when they come in and somebody has a new problem, and I'm like, yeah, I just kind of, you know, I'm going to do my best here. But let's just say the best is not what I've got going on in my brain right now, as much as I hate to say it.
Why you need sleep?
Why do I need sleep?
No, that's why you need sleep.
I agree. But sometimes, you know, you go to bed and you think about what happened at the last Malifaux event, and you wonder why it is that Jesse let that happen, and how much he hates you, and
Because then I can't think about the shit that bugs my head.
you can't think about Jesse and how much he despises you and wants to see you fail. Yeah, I get it.
Is this the same Jesse that's in our group chat?
Yes.
Okay.
This is Malifaux Jesse.
So,
He's the one that came to my home and
was he the one
beat
that
me
was talking about
in front of
Song
Kara.
Ice and Fire today?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. He's like very convincing. Like I was ready to go to that event after like 3 messages from him.
I mean, it could be fun if you want to go.
I only want to go if it's doubles. I really suck at that game.
I'm also very bad.
We're better together.
No.
We had a lot of fun playing.
Okay,
doubles.
that's a better way to put it. Yes. Blah 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 blah. Good deal. I've never heard of Endless Legend of Damien. I don't know about Damien, but I'll check them out and pick one of the 3. Come play Ice and Fire with us in 2 weeks. No.
Do it.
Let me look at my schedule. Again, you're gonna make me drive across Massachusetts, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, I haven't played this game in forever, and then you know, they're gonna crush me, and I'm like, all right, well, now throw this game in the garbage. Yeah, I'm free that way. No, I'm not gonna go to that. It's an Infinity Doubles. Not going to Infinity Doubles. It's the stupidest format ever.
Well, I want Song of Ice and Fire doubles.
Well, you
It's
know.
like an hour as TFU.
It's like an hour. It takes 30 minutes for me to get out of the city, by itself.
Wow, that'd be so much anger.
It's not the drive. It's the drive there.
It's the getting out of the city.
Well, whatever. It's not the drive that gets me. It's the whole going there, spending an entire day to get my balls kicked over and over again. It's exhausting.
I also don't like going to events where I get my not balls kicked.
Besides, I think
And I don't like going gets in a bad mood.
Yeah, I'm not great when I'm in a bad mood. Besides, didn't Wilmar, didn't me and you say tentatively have something planned that day?
No, I said I wanted to go get her haircut that day.
Because we said something, right, Wilmar? Was it that weekend? 2 weeks from now. We said, I forget, I don't think we didn't, like, officially plan something super. I feel like I planned something. I definitely talked to somebody about something today in 2 weeks. Yes, Kara, I know the haircut. I meant something that wasn't going to cost me $100.
Only like $50.
And then the 99, and then the gas.
Well, we can skip 99.
No, we can't. How else are we going to get terrible country fried steak? Well, not anymore. You keep complaining how it's not the same.
It's like made out of condensed chicken soup now, and it used to actually be country gravy.
Yeah, it's awful. I mean, it was bad before.
The country gravy was better.
I agree, yeah.
I think I can skip 99.
No, well, I can't, so... I mean, if the price is more evenly split, it's fine. And it's also not just 20. It's not just $25. It's 25. It's 20 for both of us, and then I also pay the tip. It adds up real quick. Just you didn't last time. You were just like, hey, we should go this weekend, make the thing. And then we made the schedule, we went all there, and you made me pay for literally all of it. I was like, jeez. Brutal.
Must have been broke that week.
Which is, yeah, I wasn't upset. I was like, oh, that's good.
Also, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to cover at least half of your rent this month.
That'd be nice. Hi, Bubby.
Pay for business.
Anyway, sorry, which day? Huh, that I don't know. I don't believe we have any actual plans. Yeah, and I think that's in March. It's in March or May. The event we're going to is either in March or May. That's when they have their events. I don't remember which one's which. But I do very much like to go to that. If I haven't been able to get models by that point, that event is like a steal for the models. I'm actually putting together more Magtized Army cases and the accompanying models for that tournament as we speak. Yeah, it's yeah, because I saw you posted a picture of it with all the stuff getting magnetized. Dude, isn't it so wild going to an event and having like a magnetized tray? It's like just the world's biggest difference. Like I keep traveling around with my Warhammer Fantasy stuff on like a big tray that doesn't have like everything's magnetized, but the bottom of the tray's not metal. So everything just like slides around and it drives me nuts. So I was actually looking at online to see if I could find like a pre-cut piece of sheet metal that's the size of the tray and just gluing it on there. I wasn't able to actually find one yet. I didn't have as much time to look as I wanted, but yeah, having that stuff on a trace, God, it's such a nice thing. Let me tell you a game I have been enjoying the heck out of. One-page rules. Holy crap. Every time I've played that, I walk away just feeling like a winner. It's been crazy. Like, this game, like, I play it, and I'm like, this game doesn't hate me. It's a game made for simpletons, and I'm like, I'm a simpleton. Alright. His poop cloth. Colored. The first time you put all the models in a magnetized case, oh, dude, yeah, dude, it's bro, it's something that you can't be filmed doing, because it's crazy. Magnet Barrier makes pre-cut self-adhesive sheet metal that fits in very useful box. Maybe I can get him to make a specific size. I actually gotta measure that tray. We got a couple of them. I don't know what the size of that tray is. I might order a couple of those. Man, I love it. It's
24 by 12.
that one?
Yeah.
How do you know? How do you know that?
24 by 18.
Okay, those are two wildly different things. How do you know that?
Because I know it's not 36.
Alright, so all that's left is the metal. And then the base. And then we can start on Kara's stuff. And then we'll get distracted and talk about the Super Bowl. I'm the ultimate super fan. I'm going to the Super Bowl and I'm bringing my best friend, Boxy Brown. We went in there, they started pecking at us. Like a bunch of chickens. You didn't go to the Super Bowl, you idiot, you went to a farm. I got diabetes because of you. Wilmar's probably the only one that knows that reference.
20 and a half.
Remember, it's the inside of the tray. So, like, if we put the sheet in there, it's got to fit inside the rim. Okay, yeah, look at that. This guy gets it. We do make a lot of Aqua Teen Hunger Force references around here, so you're in good company if you like those. Wow, look at Jesse coming out here knowing the Aqua Teen Hunger Force references. Look at this guy. Yo, what a guy. This friggin' guy over here, he knows it. My wife and I have a pair Aqua Teen Hunger Force tattoos. That's amazing. Kara promised me that we could do that at some point.
It's like 20 and 3/8 and 6.
She's not paying attention, which is probably for the best.
16 and 7/8.
You want to write it down? So I can order it?
Dude, do I have anything in my hands?
You have a tape measure. I mean, you know I have pens over there. On top of the thing. Yeah, that's probably pretty close. Thank you. Yeah, Kara promised me we could get Aqua Teen Hunger Force tattoos. Hello, Grimdark Barbie. How you doing? Yeah, she definitely said that. She's over there agreeing with how much she said it.
No.
She said she was gonna get Carl
No.
because whenever she thinks of sexy guys,
I would only get Meatball.
she would only get Meatball.
I don't even know if that's his name.
It's not. I would only get Meatball. You're real close though. He does get the money, see? He does get the honeys, G. He travels in his car, living like a star. Ice on his fingers, on his toes, and he's a Taurus. Yeah, check it, see? Because we are the Aqua Team. Make the homies say ho and the girlies want to scream. I'm very good, Barbie. How about... Yeah, I already asked you. You streamed... I think I was briefly there on the Monday thing, and then you had a dual stream with Visit, right? I was not able to go to that. I remember something was happening. I was like at work, and I was like actually super busy, and I don't think I was able to jump in on that at all. So I hope that went well. That was this week, right? Meatball, how dare you? Yeah, she's over there. She's upset. She's doing the thing with the dogs do with the ears down. Yeah, she's upset.
Put my tail down between my legs.
Yeah, the tail went between her legs. She's got Master Shake. You got Meatwad. Meatwad. Wow, is that the name of the character? Meatwad? Oh, Meatwad. That's her name. Not Meatball. Okay. I wanted Master Shake, but she beat me to it. You see, why Master Shake though? Master Shake is such a chudderhead. He's definitely not a cuck. He's far from anything that would be considered a cuck. Dr. D and Kara would be better served going as the mighty monarch and Dr. Mrs. Girlfriend. That's true. Dr. Girlfriend!
Do I get butterfly wings like a monarch?
If it's Dr. Mrs. Girlfriend, because that was what... She became Mrs. Girlfriend when they got married, and that's when she started wearing the outfit. Yeah. How dare... Meatball, how dare you? Yeah, I think that was the week before. But maybe it was this week. I don't know. It all blends together. Girl, I got sick this past week. So I went to a con that I did terrible at, and everybody made fun of me, and Jesse made me feel terrible. I came home. I immediately got sick the following day. And then I have been so insanely tired for this past week that I would go to work, almost fall asleep in my chair the entire day, get home, immediately go to sleep as soon as I got home, barely be able to stay awake for like an hour or two, immediately went to bed. Whatever you got, Jesse, I got it as well. It was horrible. Oh, it was... And I'm not one to man cold. Like, usually I get sick and I'm like, yeah, it sucks. I'm going to go to work, whatever. But this one, I was like, legitimately, I was like, there was a couple times where I was like, Kara, please don't talk to me.
I was pumping amphetamines in him and he was still suffering.
Yeah, I was on Sudafed, and I was, even then, I was just like, I just kind of want to die. I was not doing great. I still am congested. You can still hear it. So, like, as of now, I feel like I'm pretty normal, and then I'm not, because I'll be talking, and then, like, the whatever in my head is like, it just blocks the oxygen. But I'm definitely on the mend, which is good. Yeah. Man. So you did that to me, Jesse. You tied me down at the con. You punched me in the bathroom at least 3 times, and then you also gave me the flu. Jesse, are we gonna have to fist fight at a Waffle House? Bro, what do you want from me? It's the first time I've got... Yeah, I usually don't get con crud. But as soon as I got home, I was like, oh, this was from the con. Okay, so what? Yeah, it's good to know whatever I had. It wasn't like, okay, I'm glad it wasn't just like. Well, I guess I'm not happy that it wasn't just me, but I'm glad to know that like it was a thing. Like it confirms my suspicions that it was at the con. If you can find a Waffle House, the closest one is Pennsylvania. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't join on that. Oh, that was the week before Barbie, right? Because that was when I did the blood donation thing. Yes, you are correct, Amundo, on that. I think. Whatever. I hope it went well. If anybody's actually wondering what I'm doing, I'm just taking some shiny metal paint and putting it on top of the duller looking paint so that it looks kind of beaten. Kind of like me at the end of that Malifaux event that Jesse was hosting and bullied me at. But I even had a couple patients who came, saw me, and they were like, "You're not your usual like peppy self." And I was like, "Listen, I've just been going through some stuff." I'm going through like a midlife crisis right now or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. They're like, yeah, it's fine. Whatever. But if it's getting to the patient level, I know it was it was something significant enough to affect me at that point. I don't know any at the time. It did go good. I see Monument Hobbies is advertising to not eat their paints. Yeah, they've been doing that for a while. I assume that it was in response to me because I'm such a huge influencer and everybody knows how popular I am. You didn't bully me? Okay. Do you have a piece of paper that says that you didn't bully me, or are you gonna just make claims that are unsubstantiated, Jesse? Huh? Because I have the bruises to show it. I know. Yeah, that's how big we are. We're probably one of the most influential Twitch streams that has ever happened in the world of paint and what you should and should not eat. I take full credit. I take full credit for that one. They thought it was asthma, or not asthma gold. They thought it was amaranth. Is that how you say it? Amorath. But it was us. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take a little white and we're going to speckle it around the wing nubs. Because we're going to put a little bit of blood effect there. And if you take Tamiya Clear Red and you put it over white, it makes it a little bit brighter. I don't have an example, but because the paint is very, very transparent, you get a little bit of an added like blood effect. We're not gonna splash him with a lot of blood, but I think it would make it kind of visually interesting. Alright, and Nephilim are weird, otherworldly creatures, so I'm going to give them, like, cat eyes. So I'm going to give them a white eyeball. Or, not a white, a yellow eyeball. Speaking of paints, I just read an article that Monument Hobbies passed a law in 2023 that just went into effect, banning the sale of any paints containing lead or cadmium in the state. There's no carve-out for hobby or fine art paints. So there are a bunch of highly valued fine art paints that people just can't buy there all of a sudden. Pretty wild. Monument Hobbies. Not MN is not Monument Hobbies. Well, it would help if Monument Hobbies was actually MN. That probably means Minnesota. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. I'm still punch drunk from the event that Jesse bullied me at. Don't mind me. I'm stupid. that was me. I'm just a big stupid idiot. Look for the black market and titanium white on the mean streets of St. Paul. Kara does say you need to be reminded daily. Listen, I'm gonna tell Kara to mind her own goddamn business. Yeah, what do you think of that? Yeah, I use profanity, but you know what? I think that was necessary to truly accentuate my point. Actually, what color are Nephilim eyes? This is what we call looking at source material. Actually, they are green yellow, aren't they? I guess they don't. Cover Nephilim don't really have eyes because they're blind. Yeah, like red. Yeah, I guess they're just kind of like colored balls, right? I didn't know Monument Hobbies could do that. Here we go. If anybody learns anything about what we learned tonight, is that Jesse is a huge bully and I'm stupid. Dang, looks like whoever was admin of the Warcrow New England group left the group. It's now a dead group. I'm going to make a new one. Sheesh, some people. Admin of the Warcrow New England group. Who was the... Was it not Dakota? Give him a little bit of an eyebrow. I don't know if Nephilim have eyebrows, but mine do. Listen, Dita might torture this little thing. But, you know, at least gives them wicked good threading. I've met a lot of Latinas, and they do love threading their eyebrows, so I think I'm onto something here. It's true. So, guys, I have insane news to you, and I expect you all to react in a certain way, but something big happened. I'm actually at a Scrag Brown. Yeah. I'm not going to buy it again. As you can see, my Scrag Brown, long live its name, is very dried out. Like, well, it doesn't look dried out, but that's very dried. It's a useless pot now. So, this was my old... What is that? There's like a meme where it's like, this was my old best friend and this is my new best friend, or whatever it is. So I'm going to be using burnt orange instead. It's pretty similar. This might have a little bit more red to it. I was actually... It is the end of an era. That's true, yeah. It's a little bit different, but it's super close, and I like Monument Hobbies stuff a lot more, obviously. So, I was at the store today, and I was going to buy more of this, and I was like, no.
Oh my god, 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 that's crazy. No new Scrag.
No Scrag.
Who replaced you with an evil android? Quickly put fridge magnets on him.
So, no new Scrag. Who replaced you with an evil android? Quickly put fridge magnets on him. Yeah, that's why I'm not allowed within 50 feet of like certain kinds of businesses if they have too many magnets in them. Don't think so. If so, he left the Facebook group and didn't have a moderator take over. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. Black market titanium white. I don't think so, but I know someone who will make a new group for it. It's because I finally went and bought some Scrag. You bought some Scrag? You Scragging? Listen, I still love the paint. I'm just gonna try. I'm trying to move on, right? It's a different. I'm in a different place now. You know, it's not them. It's me. Secrets are hard to see. I was born to be a star. Yeah, it's not the same, but it's really close. So it might come down to I have to return. But it's still got the basic premise to it. So we'll see. I might have to eventually go back. I don't think so, but I know some... Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, I figured you guys might find that kind of funny. And anytime you dry brush dirt, make sure you get a little bit of their feeties. Make it look like they've been tromping around in the dirt. Especially if you play a dirty faction like Gremlins, who have probably never bathed in their entire lives. So, you know, enough about me. What have you guys been up to? We know what Jesse's doing. He's doing magnets and stuff. I heard Mike just recorded a podcast with famed podcast producer Dr.D and Ernie about what they're going to do at Adepticon for their cyberpunk lists. That's just a rumor, though. I don't know if that's true. A very unsubstantiated rumor, which may or may not be one of the next episodes of Arachne being released. You know, who knows, though. That could be anybody, technically speaking. You laughing at something, Kara?
This video I'm watching. Some stuffies, and he threw some K-cups in a tub, and then there was like a red coat stuffy. You know, the tea party.
These actually looking really good. I'm going to need more than I have. The segment was quick. I said I ain't going. Next the segment was quick. I ain't going. Can't wait to get to play some actual Warcraft Beyond a demo. How many points is the tournament? It's 100. You mean if you mean for Cyberpunk, because you were talking about Warcraft before, it's 150. My segment was quick. I ain't going. Next topic. Can't wait for the episode after Adepticon, so I'm not playing Cyberpunk anymore. It could happen. I'm not gonna say it's not possible. Should have interviewed me. I'm going, and I will talk to you in spirit like you're there. People will think I'm crazy, but meh. Well, I will say, we were talking about lists specifically, and do you actually own the model? Well, you do own the models. Are they at your house yet? I know you said you ordered them. Did you actually get them yet? Because you're playing Generation Red. I guess it has been a couple weeks, right? You must have it by now. Draw a face on your head. Pretend out there. Everybody gets confused. He has Gen Red. Oh, he actually has the models as of now. Okay. I know he said he ordered them. Just wasn't sure if he had them yet. I think we're gonna try and do maybe we'll try and do a Cyberpunk day. One of the weeks before Adepticon, so we can get a little practice. So I'm not playing Cyberpunk anymore. I suppose that is possible, isn't it? Isn't it, Wilmar? I guess we'll have to find out. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Alright guys, what do you think of this? What do you think of this nerd? Good, I've played a 100-point game. Well, I think you could actually probably play with just the core box when you just give people equipment. Because I find most of the time you're coming out... My list is 6 models, Ernie's was 7. Building and pinning. What are you pinning? If it's just infinity, what could you be pinning? Can't wait for this. More than I have. My segment was quick. Draw a face in your hand, pretend it's me there, get everybody confused. Actually, you know what? I might just like bring a picture of you around and just like have you like on my shoulder. Hey, this is Mike. He's the voice that lives in my head. I have the generation. I need to start painting. You do need to start painting. Because if you don't, I'm gonna find where you live, and I'm gonna give you a little slippy slappies on the face. Like, take this. And then I slap you. What do you think of that? Huh? Oh, also, some people have asked me about my magnets. So this is a Litco. It's a flat. I don't know what these are. I don't know like what kind of magnet it is. Essentially, it's like a sheet. It's a magnetic base bottom. I think they literally cut it from like magnetic sheets. These stick pretty well to like a magnetic tray, but it's not so strong that I'm ever worried about like actually ripping my model off. They have a sticky end. What I've noticed is that it doesn't stick well enough to just keep your model attached. So I actually glue it, which I will do right now because I didn't do this with this one yet. Because I actually found this model right before I went to the Bullying the event hosted by Jesse from Boring Conversation. I actually showed up. He was like, "Wow, cool model, idiot. Looks terrible." And I was like, "Jeez, okay, sorry, Jesse." But they're very, very good. They're great for the price, and they come in all sizes. And if you're interested in fantasy games, they also come in squares. So if you want to use them for like magnetic, for like your movement trays and stuff for fantasy, I use them for those too. And they're very, very, very effective. And the best thing about playing Old World and fantasy and stuff like that is Jesse can't get to you before he knocks your models on the ground right in front of you, saying that you're a failure. Yeah, tiny bit of glue on the base, on the rim of the model base, or depending on the model base itself, it could also have that little middle area with where you put the peg, the metal peg of the model. You can also glue it to the bottom of that. I pin everything into the bases, and the Defiance Sforza has a kind of slippy contact point. I don't know if I remember that, this Defiance Sforza. I'll look that up real quick.
Hey, when you have your tea, I made you cookies.
Thank you. Oh, that's a cool model. Yo, Defiance Sforza? Look at this guy. That model's sick. Commission someone to make a doll of me real quick. Yes. Yeah, this is the co-host. Say hi to Mike. Say hi, Mike. Like a little doll. You know, if Kara could have mastered that crochet thing, she could have made a little Mike doll. Like, hey, this is Mike.
I bought you a fox scarf.
You did. She was gonna make me a fox scarf, and she was having trouble, so she just bought me one on Etsy, and I love that thing. Big step up from the big step up from the original. Same with the Rel Spectre. The Spectre looks it looks great. Yes, huge difference than the the original Sforza for sure. You basically a fox scarf. You know what? Maybe I'll just bring the fox scarf. They'll be like, "This is Mike. He's a fox scarf." And so, as you can see, the magnet does wonders. It's good stuff. So if you want a good, cheap magnetizing method, and this is what I found, is that when you use rare earths, they're like a little too strong. Sometimes you'll like actually rip the model off of the base because the stick is too good. This is like the perfect blend of like not so strong, but strong enough to kind of keep it in place. Like if you're carrying your case and somebody knocks it, stuff is probably going to move in a way you don't like. But, I mean, if you just treat your stuff nicely and you keep it away from Kara, it'll probably be fine. We are at the hour and a half moment, so we should do a whip it out. So as soon as I'm done with this guy, we're going to do a whip it out. So if one of the mods could post the link to the Discord. We have a Discord. If you put a model that you're working on or want some advice on, or you know, you just are having existential crises, maybe Jesse made fun of it, we can talk about it. Kara put something in there. I don't know what it could have possibly been. Cranberry juice? Yeah, okay. Mike said that he is also basically a fox scarf.
I'd not like to see Mike on you like that scarf gets on you.
Is it because he's so smooth? He's got that baby skin.
I think you guys should do that without me.
Wow. You know, you try...
After I go to bed.
You try and include significant others and the people you love and the things that you love, and they just disappoint you. It's like, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to be a part of your weird homosexual jokes. My name's Kara. I have a weird My voice sounds weird when I speak. Yeah.
What you doing there, Dr.D? What's happening?
I'm giving him some character.
Some tufts?
Giving him a tuft.
Did he go to Tufts University?
I thought you said you were going to do a whippet. No, I'm not allowed to do a whippet on stream. I was very specific. I thought the tone of the stream was going to take a sudden turn. It was going to take a turn, all right. Yeah, if I did a whippet, I'm not entirely sure what would be happening. Could you imagine? Do you think that's covered by Twitch's Twitch's rules? You think you just pop and just do a whippet real fast? No, as in you don't think it's covered?
100% no, you have to be over at OnlyFans to do that.
To do a whippet?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. Alright, give it a couple tufts. Black rim that base. I rimmed that base. That's another thing we could probably say I do here and on OnlyFans at the same, not at the same time. Two very different things.
Have this over here, or I'm gonna keep eating them.
I see. Join this Discord or admit that I am legally a Minecraft player killer. Wow. That's rude. I'll get a video for you, Kara. I appreciate that, thank you. Of me and Mike touching each other. While at a Adepticon where he's not there. He's actually going to be a scarf. It's a very layered joke. Step up from the original, same with... yeah. So, look at that, boom, this is all done. I'm going to hit it with a varnish, and I'll be like, bam, wham, blang, bam.
I mean, we
Done.
gave him the access to the editor program. He's basically part of the family.
He doesn't have access to it. He figured out a way to do it while it's offline. So he didn't actually need to log in. We're making YouTube content now, actually. Mike is editing it.
Woohoo!
Look at that. Arachne's going to video, baby. And we invited everybody. Everybody. Alright, now we're painting this lady. Oh, wait, we're whipping. You guys whipping? The green, stuff. And we will also include the stuff that has been coming on there pre-today. Because there was a lot of stuff we missed that people have actually just been posting. Next time you order more Pay for Monument Hobbies, use the code Professional Casual and check out to get a sweet discount. Help the channel. Yeah. Saruman. Okay, I'm seeing some of the conversations that have been going on in this this chat. People saying I'm a secret Star Wars lover. I do not appreciate this. I am being targeted, and I hate it. I'm in this picture, and I hate it.
I mean, you kind of are, because you like the game, because it's not Jedi. So you're like, I like Star Wars, but only if it's not Jedi.
I like the game.
That's kind of like a secret Star Wars.
What is the game?
The game you play on the PlayStation.
On the PlayStation. Yeah, Kara, we don't even own a PlayStation. You're insane. We can't afford a PlayStation. Are you kidding me? You're crazy. Step on a crack, break your mama's back. Hell yeah. I do it all day for the money. Alright, so we're going to start from the top and work our way down. So, last week, I think it was last week, we had a crazy stream. We had like 50 people in here. It was nuts. It was off the chain. And this is a chain. Yeah, we have 20 now. That's great. We're having a great 20 is a great stream. 50 people is crazy. That's like, I don't know if you know this, Kara, but 50 is at least like 1.3% more than 20. I think. I'm not a math book though, so I can't tell you for certain. Anyway, but a new gentleman joined us by the name of it was like terrible charisma or whatever his name was. Let me double check it. It was something charisma. I remember that. Negative charisma. That's what it was. Yeah. So he was working on I believe he said a Golden Demon entry, and it was an orc. I think this was the entry. So I was saying his skin looked amazing. This is clearly still a whip. He hasn't painted the black on the gun yet, and it looks like the glove is still pretty baseline. But look at that orc skin. Girl, oh girl, that is some crazy looking good orc skin right there. I will have to ask him, because if I ever paint an orc, this is what I want. At least somewhat close to this. If I have to guess, though, it's probably a dark green mixed up to a yellow, right? But it's definitely more of like an unsaturated green than what I usually paint. More military green, anyway. But still looks great. I don't think he's here right now, but it's really, really good. I did see a picture of it later. Some of these are going to develop into finished models. I did see the finished models. So here is Count Saruman from Star Wars Shatterpoint. This is from our loved birthday boy, Wilmar, Senor Diablo. It looks really good. I'm a big fan of this like blue-black. It's probably one of my favorite things to paint. And the pants look great. We're going to just kind of skip over this because there was a finished version of it. He did keep working on it. He did refine the skin even more. It looks a lot more like clean. And I guess this wasn't a glove. But I guess he starts with a brown. He started with that like dark brown, so that's probably the base color. And then he works up to this like military green. That's actually a pretty smart idea. I dig that. I have found that a really good base for dark reds is actually Ryan Oxide, which is like a dark brown with like the tiniest bit of like purple in it. It's pretty good. But yeah, it looks like he started to work on the gun. Skin looks great, and he did some NMM, which looks amazing. He's a crazy good painter. If you're in there and you want some tips on painting, I would ask Negative Charisma. He's like super baller. He's crazy good. Then we got Count Saruman here. I believe this is finished. Obviously the blue looks much more refined. He did some NMM on the belt. And he's doing a wizard. He's doing some wizard powers here. Pants look good. And he did the base. And he went for like a desert base. It's just me, Kara, don't worry. No, they're sleeping. It's sleep time. Whoa, woman. Then we got the a little bit middle attack for his little thing there. He didn't show the cloak. The cloak is probably brown. I think his cloak is brown in the lore. I don't know. I think Star Wars is dumb.
I think the details look very nice on
Yeah, this looks great. Yeah, I agree with Kara. This is a fine model. Well done, Wilmar. Excellent job. This is cranberry juice. So I was very confused when I came home because she said she was gonna jar cranberry juice. I was thinking, I guess it's much cheaper. It's the same price, I guess, as actually just buying cranberry juice. So she just made cranberry juice. I'm not sure why.
It's fun, and I made it with fresh cranberries.
Because it's fun.
It's not like from concentrate or anything. I mean.
Well, do you think it'll taste better?
Well, I had my mom's, and it tasted really good.
Oh, okay. Well, if it tastes better, that's different. Then that's the reason to do it. But I'm just thinking, like, if you get the exact same thing.
I don't even think if it tastes the same, there's not reason to do it, because I know I put fresh cranberries in there.
Okay, that's fair.
Cranberries that I bought in November, and it's February now.
Yeah, now you know where that's true. Yeah, that's fair. On some level, I can agree with that. Then we are moving into stuff Josh has done. I don't know what this is, but it's a Malifaux model. It looks like it's on the other side. That might be another side base, so this might be another side unit from the Court of Two. At least that's what it looks like to me. Great blood effect, though. It's a Guasin. That doesn't answer my question. Is it another side unit, or is it in? It's in both. Okay. Looks really good. Yeah, that blood effect looks great. I love that. Okay, here it is from another angle. What is it? I know it's probably some like ancient Japanese horror, but is it supposed to look like something specific? It looks like it looks to be some kind of lady dragging herself in a little bloody heap.
It is very gruesome.
Yeah, it's nasty. Is there other pictures of it? No, it's just the two. I think it looks great. I just don't know what it is. Okay, it's just some sexy undead lady. That's probably a ghost. It's Korean horror themed, I believe. Terrifying. So in the Father Time interview, which isn't out yet, I specifically said that when they move into Asian horror, some of the stuff that is going to come out of that game might be potentially absolutely terrifying, because Asian mythology stuff is like terrifying. I like it though. Skin looks good, and I think the blood effect came out really well. It's not too much. Like a lot of times people use blood effect and they cover the entire model in it. It's like, well, why did you paint it? That was just blood effect. Then we got Karai herself. This is Karai 2. She looks very dainty. She has a really long neck. Is this done, or is this still being worked on? Like friggin' yeah, Yin the pangolin or whatever it is yeah, she's that's another one of those terrifying legends. Yes, she does. Yeah, that's a really weirdly long neck. I guess they were going for like a different kind of aesthetic. Is this model done? It's a shame that if it's done, it's a shame that there's only like one color. Don't for now. I may go back and do the... Yeah, okay. Yeah, took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, I would definitely do this, at least this in a different color. If not the brim is not the right word. Whatever this is. The trim, I guess? Yeah, the trim is probably what that is. I'd probably do that just to give it like a little like break up for the white. Probably look really good. You were getting pissed with the white. Well, why didn't you do the white the way I do it? It's super easy. Monument Hobby White Blue, man. Does the job for you. Trim. Trim works, yeah. I don't know what with like Oriental outfits. I'm not sure what the right word is. Because I fail every time. You fail? What do you mean you fail? Just use the paint. It's easy. You can paint it white blue and it by itself will look like it's white. That paint is cheating. But yeah, the mask looks good. I like the little marks and stuff.
Nice.
You told me to do all white with scrag. Scraggity scriggity scrag. You can, but it'll look like a different kind of white. Alright, this appears to be another Malifaux model that I would assume is also on the other side. I don't know what that is. It looks like a spooky ghost. Is this the totem thing? The Ikarui? I've only ever played against Karai once, and it was like really early M2. Datsuba alternative. Okay, so the Datsuba. So I have no idea how these play. I know it's a spooky ghost. That's about all I know. No, the totem is... Yeah, okay, yeah. That model is humongous compared to the old one.
I love these colors.
Yeah, the colors look great. Big fan. No. The heck is that?
This is potato salad.
Any good?
Good, that's why I saved you a couple bites.
You're gonna save it, you're gonna eat it.
If you don't eat it right now, I'm gonna eat it.
That's pretty good potato salad. Alright, guys, if you are interested in having decent potato salad, there's a place called Something Bread Factory. No idea. It's in Rosendale Square. It's really good.
We loved it. It was great.
Alright, time to go watch Mythic Quest with my wife. Bye, bye, Jesse. Sorry you had to bully me the entire event.
Okay. I need to go too. Are we almost done?
Here's the backside of Karai.
Really like her hair. Still
Yeah.
in love with her hair.
Hair looks great, actually. It just needs some colors put into it. Also, this will be my very first attempt with wet blending. Oh, that's fun. Malfa models. I believe this is Chris. Not any Chris, he's the Chris. And he said he was pinning models.
Like the Greg?
Kind of like the Greg, yeah.
Nice.
Yes, Forza. And these look like some kind of, I don't know,
Bunch of armless people.
some kind of nomad models.
No arms.
Sforza, this is Raoul Spectre, the new one. That's the Defiance one, actually.
Butt cape.
Does have a bit of a butt cape.
Some more butt cape.
This is these are the things from the reinforcement box, I think. This is the it's like Russian for fist. It's like the kulak, I think is what it is.
Really like the shading
Yeah,
on
kulaks.
this one.
Yeah, the red looks great. Yeah, this right here.
Really spectacular, yeah.
Really, really good job, Chris, on this like highlight, this zenithal beam here. Yeah, that red looks great.
Yeah, that might be the winner tonight.
Yeah, good job, bud. White looks pretty solid. There's the front. I don't know what this is. Is this a rounder? I actually don't know what this is. Are they both kulaks? Did they like release them as a unit? Because they were only in the reinforcement box, right? Oh, there's probably two of them in the reinforcement box. You just only ever see the rocket. Rocket! Yeah, they're both kulaks. Okay. I've never seen this one. This one I've seen. This one I have not. So I guess the people just don't take the hacker. This guy's real good. The kulak, real good. I don't think I've ever seen those. The kulak, Cyril brings the rocket one. He hasn't been to events lately, but all right. And then this is what appears to be Yu Jing.
Nova Orange.
I don't. Yeah, that's very Nova Orange. I don't know who painted this. This is on Adrian. I doubt he's in the chat, but he posted these, and he's been working on Yu Jing. I think this orange looks great.
Well, he posted it like 15 minutes ago.
If he is here, great.
Really like the shading. It's subtle,
Yeah.
but
He went more edge highlighting,
yeah.
which is good.
No. It's subtle, but it's noticeable.
Oh, Bishi. Yeah, these look real good.
Some of these European paints in the background for him.
Prolacryl?
No, there was another one. Like, see that right back there in the back? Those are less not English.
Those are game colors.
I can't see the G. I just
That's-
kept seeing AME. I was like, oh,
That's Game Inc. I forget what the company is. This might be Vallejo. I don't remember if that's Vallejo or not. And then Chris, and by Chris I mean Josh, did post another one. Okay, this is the totem lady, which I can't remember the name of right now. It's the Vengeance Spirit.
Are they connected? Are
No.
they like?
No, but this thing follows. This is like her angry spirit thing. That
Yeah, it's cool.
they're almost the same size because of Karai's neck. This is all neck, in spirit terms. This is neck.
All right. Well, I vote for the Karai because butt cape.
Karai because of butt cape, not this.
No, I was really impressed with the butt cape shading. It was my favorite.
This.
Yes.
That's not Karai. That's a Kulak.
Oh, Kulak.
That's Chris!
I like the Kulak.
By unanimous, whatever Kara thinks should win. You did it! You won! By whatever arbitrary thing that appears in her brain. Here we go. So, we're going to turn off the music, and we're going to do this. Hey, Chris. Good job, buddy. Red Barons. Red Barons win! Oh, another victory for the Red Barons! Red Barons! Yes, Karai's other side totem is significantly better. The red on the Kulaks are maroon, red to orange with an oil black wash. Well, it works, man. Great job. Yeah, the orange has been coming out really well. I've noticed that every time I do the orange thing, it's like too orange. That's always been my issue. That's why I've been sticking with dark reds lately. Red Barons!
I'm going to bed. You need any info?
You're not gonna say Red Barons or anything? This guy's just championing your people here, and you're.
You're my Red Baron people. We're about to, take over as soon as Dylan quits goofing around on streams.
I mean, we could do that tomorrow if you don't want to work on this. Do you want the choker, Teal?
Yes.
Alright, let me just run it through. Human skin, black hair and horns and all that stuff. Purple Nosferatu-y type wings, purple spines, purple to ivory webbing. Black trench coat. Teal bands.
I think black boots. Black gloves, but teal.
Well, she doesn't have boots, she has hooves. But what about the thigh highs? You just want that in black?
Yeah.
What do you want the shirt?
I was thinking make it black, but then make that thing down the middle that goes. Look, she's got like a
The trim,
T.
yeah.
Make that purple. Like a bright purple.
Okay.
It'll have to come out from the black.
And then what about her because I don't think this is skin. I think this is a material.
I think that's skin, and she's wearing like booty shorts.
Because she doesn't have she has a belt on, so there's no way she has a belt. She's wearing pants with thigh highs. If you need help with orange, talk to me. I am the king of orange. I was told I have the best army as a result of my paint scheme. I hate you.
Okay, yeah.
I've always been told that orange is easier than yellow, but I would much rather paint yellow. Sleep well, Red Barons. Oh, what?
Make her pants purple and her boots black, so not much purple, but a little.
Okay. With how much time we have left, I'll probably get the skin done. I guess I'll work on the clothes mostly, if not the cape. And then you want this to be pink.
Like
okay.
That.
Yeah. Well, it's probably not. I'm probably gonna go really dark and then get real bright at the edges.
That's fine. As long as somewhere this color is a highlight or something.
Got it. All right. Purple, black, purple, teal bands. And what about the glove? The gloves. You also want black. It's not really a glove, but I get what you're saying. Okay. I think it'll be enough for me to work on tonight, and if I have questions, I can get to you tomorrow. All right. Your fellow Red Baron is wishing you a good night.
Good night, Red Baron. Don't drink Red Bull. It doesn't really give you wings. That's fake news. Nekama, on the other hand, Nekama can give you wings.
You could drink Nekama, and that'll give you something. Make you poop your pants. You poop your pants. Drinking beer. He said he's drinking beer.
You got a doggy camera on his belly?
No, it's like pointing toward a chair.
That's ugly, kind of puppet. Hey, Arn and his bits.
I was not paying attention to it at all. There it is. There, look at that sleeping Bobby.
Bitch. Knew you did. Look at Chunk over there. He passed out like he was drinking.
Yeah.
He looked like he had a hard fucking Just like he's studying for finals and then
Just passed out.
had 50 shots and passed out.
Sounds very stressful.
I think he's in a fraternity.
Well, if you're in a fraternity, you're not studying for tests. I'm just gonna put it that way.
I don't know. He's trying to do both.
Go to bed.
I'm trying.
Why are you here?
I thought I better check my membership and see if it's time for me to redo.
Good night, Carol.
He's like pushing me to bed. He must have some paint drinking or something to do.
Alright, as soon as her foot hits the first stair, let's line up the shots. What color first, guys? End of the third, Eagles 34-6. Wow, sounds like a real close game.
That's gonna disappoint all the Swifties.
Yeah, what a shame. What a shame! I mean, Taylor's just gonna have to root it out, you know? She's gonna have to come out and be like, hey, if my boyfriend doesn't work, I'm gonna buy the earth and kill everybody. There's nothing anyone can do about it.
I mean, I think she's much more interested in just like faking her entire life for people. But that's just my take on it. It's just a theory.
Go to bed.
Music
Go to
theory.
bed.
It's a music theory.
Nobody cares about Taylor Swift. Nobody cares!
I'm going to bed.
Alrighty, let's find a good skin base tone. I have one. It's called Shadow Flesh. It's a great paint for female skin, especially because it's a little bit brighter. And ladies are usually a little bit more fair-skinned. Usually. Obviously, that's not always the case. But on average, females are usually a lighter shade than males of the same ethnicity. Go to bed so Dr. D can eat paint, Kara. She could put one of those masks on and go all vengeful spirit. She could. That's true. Just not monument hobby paint. Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, that's illegal. That's actually illegal. Where is my shadow flag? Oh, that's not it. Now we might have to use something else just because I don't know where the other one is. Who came into my house and stole this paint? I'm getting sick and tired of it, guys. You can't just keep doing this. You can't just keep breaking into my house and specifically moving my paint around. This is not professional. Because I will find where you live, and I'm going to break into your house, and then I'm going to steal the paint you stole from me. Alright. It's a good thing I said that, because you put it back on my desk before I could... Yeah, I get it. Monster Hunted Paint. I don't know what that means. Oh, monster. Oh, because of MH. Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah. He's got monster on the brain because of that. The beta? Is that what it is? Alright, so we're going... It's currently 9:30, so we're going to have like 2 hours. I might end it a little bit early because I do have to eat before I go to bed. But we will end around the same time as we usually do. Alright, so we got Shadow Flesh, which if you've not seen it... Nope, that's not it. It's this like darkish, you know, skinish tone. I usually work from a more dark skin tone whenever I am working on anybody that might be...
Okay, I am here to plead to Dr. D. Dr. D, I am on my knees looking up to my computer screen where you are.
Yeah.
Please paint me a self-portrait of yourself using only browns. This will be art passed down in my family for generations. The benefactor of the soup household.
Interesting. Only browns. It's gonna be a portrait? Why only brown? And it has to be a portrait that I also do. Only browns. Only browns. This is all art based on this. Oh, when he's looking up the computer screen with you, please paint me specifically a self-portrait of yourself using only browns. I'll see what I can do. I can't do it right now, Mike. I'm in the middle of a stream where I'm painting a model for Kara. I mean, if I were to tell Kara, hey, I stopped painting that model just for you because Mike told me to do something, I probably would have to sleep on the couch. Which, I think I have a fairly comfortable couch. I could probably sleep on the couch. Well, we have 2 beds. I can go sleep in the other bed. Where you belong? What? We could sleep on the couch. Use poo from different animals. That sounds terrible. Why would I do that? Comrade. Okay. That's true. Oh, Mike, how'd your date go? If you don't mind talking about it. Mike had a date. Not sure if that's public knowledge, or if it should be. I don't know why it would be embarrassing, but I guess he could find that embarrassing, but I figured I would ask. Mike. Congrats, Mike. Congrats, Mike. Oh! Everybody is supportive. See, now that Arachne is primed to take off to be the biggest cyberpunk podcast ever, this is the part of the movie where, you know, like he just, you know, he finds true love or whatever, and then he has to make a choice. It's classic movie plot. Oh no, I can't use my usual bit if everyone knows I usually talk to a woman. Well, I didn't say anything about it being a lady. First of all. Wow. Can't believe you went there, Mike. It went well. I figured it may be embarrassing, so let me ask while streaming to my large audience. My large audience of 19 people, mostly people he knows. I thought it was already the biggest. It already was the biggest. Rafty's my one and only. Well, I appreciate that. You know, but that's what we say until we find something that isn't something we thought was our one and only, and then it becomes our one and only. Which is fine. You know, things change. It's kind of like Josh, right? Where he was married, or he's married, but his one and only is his girlfriend's boyfriend. But you said it went well. Good. It went well. Well, it looks like it's only me now. Mike has left the club to a state. The day was with Wilmar. Brother, we'll get you there. I think if Wilmar found a lady who was even remotely interested in the things that he is interested in, I guarantee you it would go amazing. Biggest problem is sometimes finding a nerd girl who's single is tough. Like an actual nerd girl, not somebody who's like, yeah, I like Harry Potter sometimes. You know, that's kind of different. Women come and go, but Iraqi is forever. I don't think it's forever. I think it's actually only been around for like 2 years. But I guess that has no woman is interested in lava farming. I suppose that's true. I do suppose that is true. Women don't understand the fine eccentricities of farming lava. That is true, and what that means to the global mech production. I guess that Nekoma's got quite the jawline here. Oh, by the way, anyone who's actually interested, they don't see the value of the crop, but don't worry, they will. Your next Mike in Minecraft. Oh my god. With your boyfriend's help. They don't see the, whoa, you can't kill my Minecraft character. Also go to your house. So, just for the record, this is the I say new Nekoma. She's been out for like a couple years now. This is the old one. Look at the size difference. Even like this is like the first Nekoma that came out. which I had. I don't remember if I had this or not. I had it because I was gonna paint it for a thing like way back when, but a little bit different, right? She's like a sexy devil lady thing going on. She even got like the tail. Where's her tail? But interesting, right? Look at the size difference. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Alright, is there any other skin visible? Yeah, she's been eating her vitamins, that's for sure. Listen, if I could find a girl who's interested in me that looked like Nekoma, I might have to change some stuff, Maybe I wouldn't play model games quite as much. Alright, so that is going to slowly dry, because that's a lot of base coating. So what we will do is start painting something else. We'll start putting the dark purple down. Just so we're not sitting here wasting time with our fingers in our butt. Which I don't recommend. If you're sitting, don't put your finger in your butt. Don't do it. I'm not your dad, so I can't stop you, but I do not recommend you do it. Don't put your finger in your butt. Don't do it. How did I get here? Yeah, put that right there. Karen wants me to paint this. She's like surrounded my painting area with a bunch of her models. She's like, look at that! Look at it! We'll be hungover. I did start painting that Cenobite with the rocket launcher, by the way. She was pretty useful in that game. She killed the Diokai like a chump. With I guess she did have a little help from her friends, It's like the South Park episode where the kids watched the Lord of the Rings movie, but it was actually a Stance porno by accident swapped. Token watched it and then came back going, I don't want to play anymore, and walks away. I don't want to play anymore. Yeah. Yeah, and then also like there are people looking at it, or they're like looking for it. That's like that's why it's like the ring. That's why it's the Precious or whatever. But Butters is Gollum in that one, right? I think it's Butters. Oh no. Oh yeah, backdoor sluts 9. Yeah, classic. I would say that Stan's dad has become the main character of South Park, or at least he was for a while. Oh, what is his name? Yeah, because he watched it, and when he was pretending to play Lord of the Rings, he was just helping me. Yeah, right. What is Stan's dad's name? Randy? Yeah, Randy. That's his name, Randy. Yeah, Randy Marsh. I remember, because I owned the first season of South Park on DVD. And when I was a kid, I used to watch that and the movie a lot. bigger, longer, extended, uncut, or whatever it was. And I just distinctively remember there was a certain tone that show went for, right? And it is a much different show now. Like South Park at this point is like kind of just like a political comic, you know? Like it's like so topical. But like back then it was, hey, you know, the Thanksgiving episode is like making fun of Ethiopians or whatever. And it's a little different these days. It's a little bit of a different show. I mean, Starvin' Marvin was like the star, right? He was one of the best characters ever in South Park, and I'm pretty sure that was season 1.
So important that you understand why some people choose to urinate on each other.
Going number 1 or number 2 on your lover is something people might do, but you must make sure your partner...
On your lover? Oh, God. Yeah, that's right, everybody's looking for the tape. Yeah, that's right. You know what? That is something that you may or may not do. I'm just saying, anybody here, did you like the old South Park, or did you like the new one more? You know, like before it went like super political, and now it has like season-long plot lines and stuff, right? Like before it was just like a status quo show where everything just went right back. Because like at some point death became real, right? Because like Kenny didn't die. Kenny doesn't die every episode or whatever. Like there was a certain point where they said, okay, now if a character dies, it's like real. It's like continuity. I don't know. I guess I prefer the old South Park, but maybe that's just because I'm a curmudgeon-y old man now or whatever. Think I'm a big girl. And she said she wanted purple pants.
The tape is returned to which it came. Its power over you shall fade as well. Middle-earth is again safe.
Yeah? Well, that's not gonna stop us from kicking your asses.
Uh-oh.
Because then the bullies wanted it to like put it in, like bring it into the bushes or whatever, right? South Park should just be little bite-sized videos with no connections, just quick dumbness. I agree. I don't know, I feel like it could still do 30-minute episodes. I'm just thinking, like it's weird how like much of a thing it's become. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, the horny goblin. Yeah, that's right. Third graders. You like that absurdist style, no plots or themes for you. I guess. I mean, I feel like the Lord of the Rings thing is more absurdist, right? Like the first season was just like regular. It was like how do you put it? It's like the plot itself is so ridiculous, but you have like these normal characters in it. Like in I think the Thanksgiving episode, they get kidnapped by like Charles Manson, right? You're just like, what? Charles Manson? It's the crazy situations with like supposedly normal people in it, right? Because the idea is that South Park characters are all they were in the third grade or whatever, the second grade. Or no, they were in fourth grade or something like that. There was like a season where they went up a grade or whatever, and like literally nothing changed. It was still Mr. Garrison. I like the lighthearted plot. Didn't have to be about current events in the show. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's weird how it's not just like it's not really like it's become a political cartoon. You know what I mean? It's like the Washington Post. Hey, look at this big guy that's like making money off of poor people or whatever. You know, it's like a big fat guy in a blimp or something. But now it's all very, yeah, just like current day events, which, you know, whatever. Like I wouldn't be able to watch it anyway, but I've seen more recent episodes and I've seen the older episodes. I know I prefer the old ones. Not to say the new ones are bad. I've just noticed that that's something I found more enjoyment in. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I think the world's in a great place. There's definitely nothing bad going on these days. I did hear about some pizza place in DC where apparently they're like keeping kids in a basement or whatever, but I'm hoping nothing comes out of that. We talking about Pizzagate? I don't think there were any gates. Yeah, but it was like a pizza place or whatever. Yeah, I just heard about this. I hope nothing bad comes out of that. But I'm amazed more people aren't talking about that. I could talk I could talk about that a lot. Okay. Are you a conspiracy theory person, Mike? Are we gonna have to start? Are we gonna have to start bleeping our Arachne episodes here? Like, are we gonna get put on a list? Or should I say we're already on a list? Is the CIA keeping a close look on you? Or maybe not a close look, but they check in every... I assume you're joking. If not, yes, I'm joking. I don't think Hillary Clinton eats babies or whatever in a basement of a random like Pizza Hut or whatever it is. And then, you know, of course, that place got terrorized by psychopaths. Not a conspiracy person. I just follow their stuff because they are all. Yeah, yes, they are. I felt really sorry for the people that work there because they got harassed like a lot by insane people. Again, it's sort of political, I guess. It's like kind of political themed. Did anybody actually get in trouble for that? Like, I think some people got arrested, right? Because they were, like, harassing the place, but... Like, the people that actually instigated it, they never, like, actually got in trouble, right? The biggest loophole is why are parents who bring their kids there not reporting their kids being taken if it was true. It made no sense. People... Yeah, I know, right? Well, they're part of the thing, Mike. They're Satanists or whatever. Oh man, if we start talking about conspiracy theories, we're gonna get like crazy numbers for viewers because it's gonna get put into that search algorithm or something. All right, guys, if we start talking about these things, our view number is gonna go up super crazy. So everybody, get ready. The one guy who went to the pizza shop with guns to rescue the kids from the back room, he got in trouble. Yeah, he did. Right. That's what I'm saying. I know some people got arrested, but the people that like instigated it, right? They didn't get in trouble. The ones on the internet who are like, I'll just say a certain political affiliation. Like, they didn't get in trouble. Like, the people that instigate this crap never actually get into trouble. Or down, depending on your theory. That's true. Yeah, that's fair. in fact, I'll just preface it. I think that conspiracy theories are mostly insane. Every once in a while, they hit on something that might be a little true, which is unfortunately what gives them so much, like, credit. You know, because like the conspiracy theories who have slight amounts of truth to them are the ones that take off the most, right? Because then it gives them like ammo. Where when somebody tries to defend against their crazy theory, they're like, well, what about this one part that was true? I mean, the rest of it's gotta be completely true. It was on the internet. No one knows who you are on the internet. That's true. Because the aliens... Because the aliens gave the Clintons mind-altering drugs that they had the parents boof. The boof! Right on the spot. They came in for pizza. They're like, hey, you might boofing this real fast in the bathroom? So they kind of forgot. Could you imagine? We got your pepperoni pizza done. We'll give you a discount if you take this chemical in this weird-looking vial and you just boof it in the bathroom real fast. And then you got the single, the friggin' like single mom. It's like, well, I could use a discount. I guess I'm gonna go boof this substance in the bathroom real fast. Could you imagine? Money is pretty tight. I guess I could just boof this random vial that this strange green-skinned man gave me with big black eyes. Could you friggin' imagine? Oh god, that's funny. Alright, doing another coat of the skin tone here. It's not quite perfect. It's not opaque enough. You know what? Maybe next time I go to get a pizza, maybe I'll ask. Alright, that'll be $17.99. Do you guys give discounts if I boof a random thing in your your business real fast? Like, can I get like 10% off or something? And they'll be like, yeah, you know what, maybe, yeah, you might be right. Actually, I did read in more serious news. There is a trick that a business book I read about how to get your how to strengthen yourself for like business negotiation-y type stuff, and that is by making it so that you are okay with being told no. And the way you do it is you go into a business and you ask them, hey, can I have a 5% discount off of whatever, right? And if they ever ask you why, you just say, oh, I'm doing this book thing and I'm required to ask for a 5% discount or whatever. It's a thing I'm following. And the book and some of the readers who have read it say you actually can be amazed at how often you can get it. Because most people that work at like a front cashier, they're like, they hate their jobs. Like, they don't want to be there. And they're like, yeah, I'll get back at the company and they'll actually give you like a 10% discount. So you'll sometimes randomly get a 10% discount, but then the other way you do it is you train yourself to be okay with being told no because you realize it doesn't like actually cause you any pain or anything. And I thought that was a brilliant way to do it. Nap too long. Negative. We were talking about you earlier. Hello, Mr. Charisma. Yeah, we were talking about your orc arm a little bit earlier, and how much we thought it, how great we thought it looked. I figured you'd show up later. Welcome. Hope your nap was at least pleasant. Chris Foss, you never split the difference. Yeah, that's it. Classic. That's a great book. Chris, have you tried it? Have you actually gone into a place and asked for a 10% discount? excuse me, posted the updated one. Like the most recent one? Like even more recent? Because we looked at all of them. Yep, there. Look at this friggin' thing. All right, pulling it up. I apologize. I'm still sort of sick. Like I'm not really sick. I just sometimes. I'm perfectly fine, and then I'll start randomly sneezing and being congested. But otherwise, I feel fine. All right, look at this thing. So he's done. When we stopped before, he had done the non-metal metallic on the dog tags. He'd done the fist, which was not a glove, and then he's done the non-metallic on the bolt pistol with weathering on the red, with a gradient on the yellow. As of now, I'm done painting. I'm actually never going to paint again, having looked at this, because there's no point. So, congratulations, Negative Charisma. You've negged me out of painting. I thought this was something I enjoyed, but I guess I can't have this either. Thanks, buddy. You did it. You've ruined me as a man. Oh, Jason, are you still here? I just had a thought occur to me. And being able to talk to you directly might put my mind at ease. Look at this thing. Look at this friggin' thing. And he base coated it brown, which was why I thought it was a glove. Hoping for a 50% discount on all those nomads you are dumping because you are quitting Infinity. The stuff that's not painted, you might get a 50% discount. The stuff that is painted, you're going to have to pay. Because that's actually really well painted. Some of those models you can't get anymore either. This thing's insane. Absolutely crazy. Insano in the Membrano. Nope. I was sick all week, Chris, so the time I thought I was going to put into getting rid of models turned into me literally sleeping. Like, all the time. I can't believe how much I slept. So are you officially dumping Infinity or just damage? Or just poop talk? See, you saying no does no damage to me. Well, that's whatever. Wait, that wasn't an Ernie skin wallpaper. Poop. That wasn't an... Oh, that wasn't an Edith. That wasn't an Edith skin wallpaper. Yeah, I changed it back before the stream because I can't show that. Yeah. Edith. Sorry, that's not how you spell her name. So yeah, sorry, that threw me off. Is that skin? Is that supposed to be skin color? I'm gonna look at a picture of this real quick. Am I officially dumping Infinity? No, I'm not. Well, it's weird. I'm not like dumping Infinity, but I'm not. I might not ever go to events again. Nekima. Nope. Not a real person. It's actually a Malifaux model. I swear. Does she have her tummy showing? That is not a helpful picture, Internet. Thank you. Oh, we got another follower. Sorry, I'm looking at something real quick. I will be with you in a second. I promise. I really appreciate it. Sorry. I'm really happy that you're here. I just need to know something and I can't find a picture. It does not appear to be skin. Okay. We got a new follower. We got Cubito Spro? Cubito Spro? Or Qubit O Spro. Something like that. Welcome! That's sad. You are like 20% of the reason I enjoy going to tournaments. Well, I'm sure you'll find somebody else. I mean, I'm not like that pivotal. Wow, you can make that really big. Nap too long. Hoping for a 50, saying, wait, that wasn't an Enos skin. Spent 4 hours painting yesterday while the wife did her coloring books. I love how your wife loves coloring books. That makes me so happy. This honestly is a big level up for me, is what I was told by some of the Golden Demon winners I looked up to. That, and now they can be mean, and I have no excuses. It's fair. I mean, listen. How long did it take you to paint that arm, though, right? This is for a Golden Demon, so it should take you, like, a really long time, right? But if there's anybody looking at that and being like, wow, I'll never be that good, that's one of the things, right? Because this is for competition. While, again, I finished this model today. Like, this whole model probably took me, like, 2 hours, and this model, I think, looks pretty good. It's simple, and there'll be a little bit of blood, there'll be a little blood effect on the back, but it's not, like, a huge deal. But, like, I finished an entire model in, like, 2 hours. That arm probably took you like 2 hours, at least 2 hours, right? So like an entire infantry model for me, it takes about 4 hours. But the difference is you're painting something that's like going for like that crazy next level. So if there's anybody looking at that and they're like, wow, I'll never paint like that. It's like, well, you might if you spent the amount of time that it takes to paint that. He kept going on and on about the skin during our game today. Yeah. I did. I kept going on and on about it. Yeah. There was something I found on Reddit that I was shocked I found. I don't think I ever sit that long. Yeah, well, with your situation, with your medical situation, yeah, I don't blame you. He kept going on that side, because the back side is unpainted, is likely about 10 to 12 hours. See what I mean? That's sad. You're like 20% early going to the tournament. SB now in garbage time. Eagles 40 to 60, 80 style, 80 style Super Bowl. Yeah, that's sad. I'm actually hosting an event at Dylan's place. Fascinating. I don't know where that's happening. You are if certain people are there, and I've had bad games and a dopamine hit. I may have worked out a deal with Ernie for Dita and some TT stuff. Dita's fun. I could probably give you some family stuff that I have just laying around. I have some of the original ones, if you're interested in any of the original family members. They don't look good. The original Dita looks amazing, but the rest of the family don't look so great. It's weird, because I think with the Guild Masters, in the original Malifaux boxes, all of the Masters look amazing, but the Minions and Enforcers look awful. And then as soon as 2nd edition came out and they started re-releasing it, all of the Enforcers and Minions look incredible, but I think the Masters look like crap. I think that for the first 2nd edition Lady J, I did not like, with that weird like side stance sword hold thing that she's got going on. But I absolutely love her original model, and I really don't like 2nd edition Dita. She looks so much different than she used to be. She's not like cutesy, like dangerous and cute at the same time, like her 1st edition model is. But the rest of the family models look god awful. Boobiz, yeah, no, you're not wrong. Lady J, the title model is amazing. Yeah, no, but the title models are amazing. It's weird. Like the 2nd edition model, and I would say 3rd edition Lady J looks okay. I don't mind Lady J in 3rd edition box quite as much. But they haven't done another Dita. Anyway, to compliment what I was saying, Charisma, it looks like you've put 12 hours into it, because it looks insane in the membrane. So keep up the good work. Even though I think you're crazy for putting that amount of effort in a diorama. But again, we talked about this before. I would just never do that. Not to say that you're crazy. I just don't think I can do it. Well, because I think in the story, I think in some ways she gets a pass, because in the story, Misaki loses her marbles, so she's like, her brain was broken, so I think her looking like that's not quite as big a deal. Another follower. Oh my god, the outstanding pizza man. Okay, fitting for what we were talking about earlier. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the pizza. I was thinking, can be described in one word, boobis. Yeah, all the original, except for, because Sonya didn't really have much of a, my dude playing the 2nd best girl of Neverborn. I'm sorry to tell you, this is not for me. This is for Kara. This is for the girlfriend. If I had another model that illustrated what I actually play, it would be this. It's also a Nephilim, but it's also a ball and chain. How interesting. First is Lilith. Yeah, I was around for the days of Lilith. To put it into perspective, when I played my very first game of Malifaux, it was first edition. Wildly different game back then. And I was playing Lady J, and I went up against Lilith. And back then, you had to flip to see what the effects of the table were. So, like, it could be like, you're in a haunted forest, or whatever. It was wildly unbalanced. And we flipped that we were playing in a swamp. And so what happened was the entire board turned into difficult terrain. And my opponent was playing Lilith. And Lilith ignores terrain because she's the queen... well, at the time, she was. The queen of Malifaux. So she wasn't affected by terrain. And everything else in Nephilim has wings. So she just got to ignore the whole thing. So the entire game was, I think I took like one turn where everybody walked super slowly, and then I got charged. And I was murdered. Like, it was... That was my demo game of Malifaux, and I was like, this is the worst game I've ever played in my entire life. Why did this happen? And I kind of like didn't play the game because that god-awful demo. But eventually I kind of fell back into it, and I played it very religiously for many, many years. I mean, I can show you some of the stuff I've painted recently. I'm mostly playing Zoraida now, having a blast. Okay, so funnily enough, I just went to an event recently where I got thrashed by Zoraida. But I'm glad to hear it. You playing Zoraida 1 or 2? Also a very old master in the game. Also, one of the most interesting models ever made by a model company, with her with the very saggy female anatomy. Alright, so for our new friend here, for the Outstanding Pizza Man, I'm going to show him some of the guild stuff I have. Which Explorer Society stuff should I show him? I'll let you guys pick. I have a feeling you guys are going to say Terry, because we love Terry. Make sure on the camera here. Yeah, the girlfriend plays Neverborn in that. So in the house she plays him. Here's Huggy, or the other model that they had. What is his name? Mr. Snuggles? Yeah, that's his name. Mr. Snuggles. Yeah, Terry. Yeah, Terry. You're 100. Yeah, absolutely. If this is the guy that thrashed me, I got some choice words for you, buddy. Zoraida is unenjoyable to be murdered by. I hate that friggin' puppet. I hate that goddamn thing. Thank you. I'm a well-known painter. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I think Mr. Snuggles came out really good. So obviously the girlfriend is like, "Will you paint these models for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I will." I love pretty. Yeah, Dina's probably my favorite master in the lore. Skinny Dave. I don't know. I feel like did my Skinny Daves come out that well though? I feel like Skinny Daves didn't come out great. Vasila and Weaver is super cheesy with Zoraida 1. Yeah, I've noticed Zoraida is, if you're playing her in purple, you go that way. If you're playing her in Bayou, you just bring Sao, right? It's just like access to summoners, man. I think it's ruining the game. I love Malifaux. I adore it, but I think summoning's probably a little too strong. I think it's always been too strong. I think it was too strong in M2. I don't even know if there was summoning in M1, but M1 was a friggin' convoluted mess. I feel like if I come back to a game and I want to play it competitively, I feel like Malifaux is going to be it, probably more than Infinity. I've kind of I've actually kind of been in my head giving myself a little bit of slack, more in that regard. I'm not rushing out. I think I'm actually going to enjoy like a vacation and just like stop playing games as like, I don't know, like I don't want to say, again, I don't want to say cutthroat, but maybe just trying to relax a little bit more. But it was a warning that I've been playing so badly because I think I'm focusing on just too many games. But I think if I were to actually like play a game and go to a as competitive as humanly possible game, I think it would be Malifaux. Or maybe Cyberpunk. Maybe it'll be maybe it'll just become Cyberpunk. Skinny Dave's the goo. The goo. Yeah, I can show him the goo. Zoraida has some main character vibes in the lore too. Yeah, very much so. We're doing a slow grow league in my city, and my next matchup is Colette, and it's going with Zoraida. And I'm going in with Zoraida. Cloak and Dagger. It's gonna be a struggle. Ooh, Cloak and Dagger's tough with Colette. Actually, it's funny you say that. I don't play Colette, but one of my favorite models that Weird ever made was the original Cassandra. This might be... Well, she's metal, so this must be the original Cassandra. If not, it's at least M2 Cassandra. I've always really loved this model. I love Cassie. I didn't paint this. I got this secondhand. So I'm going to strip this model. But I love the old... I legitimately really enjoy some of Weird's old metal models. I absolutely adore them. But eventually I'm going to paint that up. Listen, you got me convinced. If I played Malifaux, you would always be up for a game, so you can whoop my bum anytime. I am always up for a game of Malifaux. I'm just not sure I'm ever going to be up to go to a place to play Malifaux again. That's kind of where my general stuff is popping up. Anyway, Mr. Pizza, I'm about to bring you a bunch of stuff that I've been working on. I got to repaint my family keyword. Yeah, I'll bring Terry. Everybody loves Terry. I love you. Terry is a stream model. We took a lot of stuff from that. You know what? I can bring it. Do you really think you think the Skinny Daves look okay? I don't know. I don't know about Skinny Daves. I can bring a Skinny Dave. And I can bring the Coop. The Coop is on the loop. And I'll bring... everybody loves the Ahul. Everybody's like, oh my god, that Ahul looks crazy. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with your voice? Yeah, I would love to become like a known Malifaux painter. I actually legitimately like painting their models. I hate building them. I hate building models in general, but... building Malifaux models is like a special place in hell. God, those models are terrible. Got a Malifaux model last Adepticon and haven't touched it yet. Yeah, I mean, they're fun. They're definitely more like realistically scaled. You kind of don't have that problem in GW thing. This is the last thing I painted for my band. Sorry, when you post links and stuff. Hey, Mike, can you okay the link, or does it just not let him post it? If anything, give him the Discord link. We have a Discord for this painting channel where we usually do, like, we look at people's whips and stuff. If you post the link in there, I can pull it up. Yeah, we shall see how I feel about competitive Malifaux after Adepticon. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. There's some masters you're gonna go into where you just can't know what's happening, and it just doesn't let them post it. Hey, post the Discord thing for me. Yeah, there's some real cancerous stuff going on in competitive Malifaux. But here's the Ahul. Everybody loves this thing. So I played Guild exclusively up until M3, and then I saw that Explorer Society came out, and I was like, these look amazing. Rich, capitalistic people? Yeah, that's what he said. I don't know, maybe I'll join him. See, I'm already, like, gearing myself up. Yeah, I love this model. I think it came out really good. So that's the Ahul. I think his name should probably be Terry. I'll let you guys figure out how to spell it. This is Mr. Skinny Dave. So I went, so Skinny Dave's, A new follower, Astro. Every single time I start doing stuff with Malifaux, people just join the channel like crazy. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Astro Car. Really appreciate you coming in, buddy. I'm going to the doubles event. The big. Yeah, that's right. It was a display model with the true scale ones to go with it. Iconic the path. Oh, it's the Nicodem Lady J. Yeah, it's like Lady J with the big top hat. That's a really good model. Yeah, so this is Skinny Dave. I did a lot of I'm assuming that must be you. I used some Uhu glue with a lot of the blackest black stuff. This thing, the black 0.4. And I went with like super dark look, and then I was like, oh yeah, it'll be like a lit shadow effect. And I think it came out okay. But it went from like super dark all the way up because I was thinking, oh yeah, they're gonna come like out of the shadow. This is cool. Yeah, okay, yeah, he posted a picture. I'm gonna show that in a second. I'll run through all these and then I'll show a picture. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But again, I don't think that one is perfect. This is Coop. Lord Koopa, who is a master for Explorer Society. He is robotic Theodore Roosevelt, and I love it because I love Theodore. I think Theodore Roosevelt's probably my favorite United States president ever, even though he might have been a beard. Or he might have been a closeted homosexual, or he was a blatant homosexual, or something like that. You got the face rendered quite well. Thank you! Yeah, I love Coop. Okay, this is the one that everybody loves. This is the stream. This is the streams model. This is Terry. Spelled with a P. Human faces and mouth are so difficult. Yeah, they're excessively tiny, which again is more realistic. So this is the model that kind of dragged me back into Malifaux, kicking and screaming the entire way. So I painted this in the stream, and people were giving me bits to paint different. Where's my pointer? And we were doing different logos and stuff from like different countries, and then people were paying me bits to paint different flags. This is Ernie's because he's a little peach. I forget whose purse this was. We did a Tizzy logo. Got a couple different countries in there. Terry with his cute little hat. Rylan. Everybody remember Rylan? He's been here a long time. He's very helpful. Yeah. That is the very first one that Josh was here. That's true. Wilmar is back here. We spelt his name out right behind the lockbox because he's a certain kind of element. We got a clock here because of Time Town. Time Town was very important. Time Town's still very important. So yeah, that was probably one of the best streams we ever had. That was really good. And I'll go through these real quick. Here's Grave Goo. This is Mr. Magoo. He's a gooey boy. He's so gooey. Oh, he's so gooey. I love Grave Goo. Probably, again, another model. I was like, okay. I painted that like in an hour. I was like, this model is amazing. Here's Volkov, the Guild Steward. Knockoff. Or, I don't want to say proxy. He's the alternative. I used this guy in that event. This guy is insane. He's so good. And I didn't do this one on stream, but it's a good tutorial on how to paint, like, shaved heads. I can teach you guys how to do that at some point if you are interested. Gotta love models. Yeah, bro, the lore is the best part. Yeah, Malifaux lore is, like, some of my favorite lore of all time. Here's the original Dita. Okay, she's just gonna fall. That's fine. This is the OG Dita. I have all the original guild masters except for Hoffman because I hate Hoffman. He's a stupid, whiny, unfriendly word. But I absolutely adore this Dita. I just love the hair. Look how ridiculously long that hair is. Her hair's not that long anymore, and she's got two huge reasons to play her. Look at these guns. Boom. 2 pistols. So good. 2 huge reasons. So good. I love models with 2 big guns like that. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, Fryman? Sonya, we finished last week. This is the original Sonya. They did do a resculpt of her. They did these like vintage models for a little while. I don't think they make these anymore, but they did a redo of it. I don't like this model. I think the hair looks, I don't know, it's the head. The head is like too small. Not a fan, but I love the old one. And this is the one I'm going to use for the other side. Hence the different base. He's still posting. Yeah, but here's Sonya. I'm going to paint Lady J on here at some point. Yeah, he's posting Swamp Fiend. There it is. I see it! And I thought the cotton ball smoke from the cigarette was a nice little addition. And last but not least, I finished him off stream. I think I just did this one real quick. I did Purifying Flame, which is Sonya's totem. Didn't get around to playing the other side. Well, I mean, it's not too late. The game still exists. It's very fun. It's like Malifaux, but different. It's I was actually shocked at how much I enjoyed it. I want to, but there is not an active scene around me. Yeah, there's not an active scene like anywhere. Like you just need people to be like ambassadors for it. The 2-player start is probably a really good way to get to kind of teach people how to do it, because it has guild and like sort of rezzers. Yeah, we're about to look at your models, Pizza. They look awesome. Out of the corner of my eye, they're looking phantasmimo. Let me get them ready. Yeah, we got another amazing painter in the chat. Jeez. Sure. Oh god, I hate dolls. Yeah, the friggin' the Oogie Boogies, man. They're so good. Look at these things. Also a good way to start two new yeah, I think that's why that box is so good. They were clearly trying to use it as a gateway to play both games. So what I would recommend is if you really wanted people to play it, buy that box and just demo it. Because once you play it once or twice, you're like, okay, yeah, this is pretty good. I have Nekama on the backlog to paint. Yeah, Nekama 1 is very like one note. You run forward and hit stuff. Nekama 2 is got a little bit more game to her. Guild players have incentive because you need the. Cut your message off there for a second. These look great. Yeah. Okay. So look at these. Look at why can't I not remember what these are called? The other version of them is called Barely Togethers. What the hell are these called? I know everything about them. They're a puppet. They're nightmares, and you can gamble. Yeah, they're probably a little too good. These guys. What the heck are they called? Stitch Togethers. That's it. Yeah, I did it. Right before I saw the message. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, these look phenomenal. Look at that. He's spilling out. His tummy's spilling out. That's not healthy. You're supposed to keep that inside, bud. Yeah, if you painted these yourself, these look really, really good. These are the Wicked dolls, I believe. They are a ripoff of Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, clearly, obviously. They're very oogie boogie. Because they even do the thing. They have an ability where they essentially roll the dice. Okay, yeah, that fixed itself. Guild players have incentive because you need the guild mages. Yeah, the guild mages are pretty friggin' good. Stitch dolls look phenomenal. I love how you did multicolored pins. That really helps with the color. Very clean looking. I love it. Zoraida herself. That old bee. Very, very good. It's weird because she's like so wildly different than the rest of the stuff in Neverborn and in Bayou, you know, because she's like a human in those like crews. Yeah, Zoraida definitely has main character energy. And then this is a Cilliard, which if you are playing Zoraida, the arc node thing is like, it's so good with these guys. These guys can scheme run. They can be arc nodes for Zoraida. They're fast. They are kind of hard to put down. They are real good. True Scale is much harder to paint in some ways, yeah. Yeah, rip Collodi. Yeah, dude, no ripping on Collodi. Dude, that guy was horrible to play against way back in the day. Ugh. Collodi was in second edition. I absolutely despise playing against him and Nicodem. And I'm glad Nicodem's gone. God. Nicodem frustrated me to no end. Punk zombies, dude, just coming out and be like, well, these just don't die. Okay, I'm going to disappear. See you tomorrow. See you later. Bye, Mike. Yep, see you tomorrow, buddy. Like I said, tomorrow's stream might be a little late because of work. So it'll probably start around 8, probably. I'm upset. Colette, however you spell it, is out of the game. Collodi. Yeah, Collodi is out of. No, you are not upset. Collodi was an issue. Again, he was a summoning master, and I believe I believe so strongly in my heart of hearts that summoning is the downfall of this game. Like, I don't think Dashel should exist in the way he does. Like, I think Dashel being a summoner is kind of wild. I think that they either need to make summoning more rare, or they need to make it universally more difficult. Only needing like an 8 in your hand to summon something that's like really good is absolutely ridiculous. If not everybody, if every master had access to summoning, which in a lot of ways they kind of do these days, then they need to make it way less good. Because everybody can do it, and whenever you see people complain about Malifaux and the way it plays, I guarantee you a summoner is involved in some way. Also, the guy who plays has only played maybe 4 games so far. Thankfully, the only summoner I played was Barker, and I beat the poop out of it. Yeah, well, Barker, or Dashel, he's got some summons that can really ruin your day. Like, if your keyword has a model that's good, but you don't bring it because you're like, oh, why would I bring it? I can just bring a bunch of other stuff because I can just summon in a whole nother crew. That's not a good thing. Zoraida 1 just picked all of Collodi's toys after his early departure. Yes, she sure did. She has insane synergy with all the puppets. Yes, she absolutely does. Well, I mean, just being an obey master means you can kind of have synergy with whatever, right? Just being able to have extra actions for whatever you want is kind of crazy. Like, she's just the enabler. She's just an enabling master. Where you're like, yeah, you know, I got these like henchmen and minions that do this thing. I just want it to be better. And you're like, okay, here we go. Boom, Zoraida. Go for it. Executioners are stupid good and way too easy for him to summon. Yeah, it's because what do you need? What do you need to summon the Executioner? Because it's another of those things where it's like it's 4 plus the card, right? Let me just look. I'm gonna look it up real fast. I won't harp on this too much. So how much is an Executioner? They're probably 11. They're 9. Okay, so an Executioner is 9. It's technically the Dispatcher, I think, that does it. Push start from... Nope, it's Dashel. It's like call reinforcements, or yeah, call... name any number of guard minion models. The TN of this is 10, plus the cost of the named model. Target a friendly ski marker. If the target of this action is friendly, it increases it by 2. So it would be 21 if it was a friendly ski marker, minus 6, which is a 14. So I guess you would need what, a red Joker? Does that sound right? If it's on your own ski marker? Guild summons have some meat on the bone, like, because I think all the like, Guardman Patrol, I think is what they're called. They all have armor, don't they? Guard Patrol? Oh, they don't have armor anymore. Oh, that's interesting. You're probably not summoning Guard Patrol, but you're probably summoning mounted guests sitting there at 8 health. Guard patrol. Yeah, guard. Yeah, nobody's probably bringing those. Riflemen. Yeah, 6. Riflemen are not as good as shots as they were in 2nd edition, because I think it used to be like 6 or 7 stat, which is kind of crazy. Executioner having hard to wound is what sucks. Oh, that helps. And then just stone if you need the horn. Yeah, right, exactly. Also, hitting your own Stitch 4 times with the Voodoo Doll for 2 damage and 8 poison is quite funny. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, is that good? Is that a good mechanic in a game? It's a scrap every turn, man. It's crazy. Also hitting your own. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the way that works. Just put it out there. I think it's very. Like, what's the right word? It's very like anti. How do I word this in a way that's not like disrespectful? It's very It doesn't make sense. Where, like, when I was playing Malifaux in 2nd edition, it was like, yeah, you know, you play a guy who does this thing, and you go up and you do this guy thing, and, you know, every once in a while you get, like, and then you bring an upgrade who does this thing. Now, it's, I bring this 3-model pair that does this 27-item combo that makes it so I can summon a 9-cost model, kind of like, let's just say, McMorning, right? Where he has this whole, like, thing you can do to take a single mindless zombie, have it die, and create 3 corpse tokens so that you can summon a flesh construct every turn. Like, what? Yeah, Nekama 2 also has a little summoning engine that is just, like, absolutely friggin' crazy. Nekama 2 is bonkers when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, and then Birthright is like, why is Birthright the entire board range? I think you could actually fix Nekama 2 if you just make it so that her ranged attack requires a corpse, like Nekama 1 does. The whole, like, the Shockwave, it being a corpse that also gives a grow token is in my opinion, quite stupid. Because it has no cost. The Hound, yeah, Nephilim Corrupted Hounds are insanely good. Because they can do whatever you want. They can do damage because they have Black Blood. Or they can do scheme running because they're fast. And you can bring like 1 or 2 of them, and then they summon and can go do token stuff the turn after they're summoned. It's stupid. It's just like insane. And which is why I think I had so much trouble with that event, because if you don't go to these events with your faction's own stupid combination thing, you're just going to get wiped off the table. Which I don't think is good. I think that's very bad for the game. But if people like it, then, you know, who am I to say, right? Because if people keep wanting to play the game and that's what they like, then fine, whatever. I think it's insane. Okay, I have no idea why they got held by mod. What did you say? I usually... And then blah, blah, blah. Executioner having hard was I usually just slam them with Matron or Parson, sure. Cheesy would be my word. Hounds of Mental. Nekama title should have been Lilith Reborn. That's a hill I'll die on. Yeah. I mean, in the lore, she's kind of becoming that, right? I think she's starting to realize that she's kind of... Like, Lilith wasn't exactly wrong. I think she made a bit of a devil's bargain with the whole Titania thing. I don't think she'll ever admit it. Because when Nekama took over, I think she just thought she could just run around and kill everybody, and nobody would stop her. But now, I think she's learned it's not quite that easy. So you must be a fan of the Nekama that became or the Nephilim that became an outcast. Barbaros, that was his name, Barbaros, the bodyguard one. Yeah, you want to talk about a model that was infuriating in back in N2, where if you hit anybody other than him, you were like at negatives and stuff. That, or it was like a negative to hit or something. That MFer was exceedingly irritating. What did you try and say, Josh? Is it something that needed to be held? I don't think we have mods anymore, and I can't log into the account, so I can't say. I can't okay it. Yeah, dude, Barbaros was insane in N2. He would just stand there, and you would be like, I cannot escape. I cannot escape Barbaros. Check the general chat. I tried multiple times, and it still won't work. I have no idea. Alright. Like, at least Hamlin has a thing where he summons tons of little snot rats, but can sacrifice to upgrade them to rat catchers. Doesn't feel as crazy as just summoning an 8 soulstone beat stick. It might be snot rat. It might have thought, it might think that you're trying to insult somebody. Hey, your message is checking not being sent. Maybe sacrifice. It might think you're like trying to be aggressive. Anyway, yeah, to prove what you're saying. Has a thing where he summons tons of little snot rats. I can sacrifice them to upgrade rat catchers. Well, it's not just rat catchers. It's rat kings. I don't know. I don't know about that, because his summoning mechanic is you just have a million tiny little terrible things that turn into fairly good things. I haven't played Hamlin this edition, but you also have a mechanic with Blight where you are going to be able to get damage on people that they might not be, that again they can't really stop. But I agree. I don't think Hamlin is the egregious version of this. I saw you say something about Titania. I was talking, checked, heard that Titania was, I heard with Titania he was unbearable. I got rid of all those words and still shouldn't take it. I have him, but haven't used him yet. Blade is rough. The rats aren't bad. Neither is Karai 2. You just need to make sure they can't turn into the big one. Yeah, the rat kings are nasty. And I think with Benny, it's not that hard to get enough rats, because rats are constantly falling off of Benny. I think his name is Benny. The guy with the rat cape. Barbaros with Titania. Can you bring Barbaros with Titania? Because he has a thing where he says you can't. I guess his little special rule is you just can't take him with Nekama, right? Any tips on what to watch out for against Colette? Against Colette, the duet for sure, the Corfi duet. If you have some way of killing that thing, I would kill it immediately, because that thing can cross the entire board in one turn. Because when it separates, it gets the movement, and then the models it separates into both get to activate, I think. Yeah, Benny works a deal with the Corps to get Hamlin into the rebel camp they make after the new governor takes over and makes bounty hunting illegal. Killer totems. Yeah, if you can kill the doves are useful to get rid of, because you can switch places with them. I would say with the duet, if you have some kind of armor piercing, and you can kill one of the duet models when they separate, it really tones them down. But they're kind of hard to kill. So if you can kill one of those, the duet gets toned down really heavy. And I think the duet is probably the best thing in the showgirl keyword. Like that keyword has got some, that keyword's got some great stuff, but that duet is crazy. She could use them as soul stones as well. The bigger issue is title Colette with her decoys. Yeah, I guess. Do you know if it's do you know if it's first or second Colette? Benny works a deal with the core to get Hamlin. Yeah, which makes sense. Because Benny is dual keyword with somebody else, isn't he? He's like, is he mercenary? Is that what he is? I'm probably bringing McTavish for the doves and maybe Hinamatsu for a beat stick. Well, you should be bringing McTavish anyway because he's kind of friggin' crazy. He's an amazing sniper who has his own little self-propagating engine where you just walk into the middle of the board onto the ballot or whatever it is you're at. Well, I guess in your case, you'll just go up to the intel marker and just stand there. And he ignores concealment on that stupid rifle, so you can just shoot through the token like you don't care. And then he can get cover from any other shooting. And he's also like super tough because he's a friggin' henchman. Yeah, I would say shooting the doves with him is probably a great idea. Do you have anything with armor piercing that you have access to? Other than that, what else do you see in a lot of Colette stuff? There's like nothing in Colette by itself that's like super problematic. It's just they're gonna be interacting such an insane amount. So if you have like token removal, again, are you playing purple or are you playing Bayou? Zoraida. It sounds like you're playing purple, right? Because you're bringing Hinamatsu. Not at the moment. Neverborn armor piercing is right. Yeah, it's always been a problem for Neverborn. The last game, it was playing explosives, and I had McTavish running circles. Right? Yeah, dude, he's so fast. It's crazy how fast he is. I'll probably plan on stealing intel from her. Because you... Is it the performers who have it so like if you you can't interact with them or something like that? It's like they have a little bit of that journalism thing going on. Where if you interact around them, because a lot of them have celebrity. Because they're probably only gonna bring one showgirl. If they're playing like meta, like if they're playing this stuff like to kick your butt to the curb, you're probably gonna see Dorian Crow. They all have Don't Mind Me, so they're gonna just steal the intel off you like crazy. Be right back. Dorian can be troublesome if allowed to set up, and the new Blackbird's box is pretty good from whatever. Yeah, the Black Box birds, yeah, they're great. Zoraida can use Eyes of the Night to steal intel pretty damn well. Eyes of the Night, I don't not remember what that is off the top of my head. I don't remember. I'm probably planning on stealing intel from her. Yeah, good old Thin Lizzy. If the target is engaged, they have onward. Yeah, so these things are just like moving interact machines. They're probably only going to be one, and then Blackbird. They're pretty good. The whole like the fact that they can put cards into the thing that the guy that just recently got nerfed, the configuration or whatever it is, and they can like pull cards in and out of it is real good. This whole like Thief's Pocket, so they're really good like card reliability. What else is in the performer keyword? Angelica, they probably won't even bring them. Blackbird, yeah, they're great. Carlos is insane. He's so friggin' good. Probably not gonna bring Cassandra. Cassandra's, she's okay. Shadowlark, that's her name. Yeah, Shadowlark. I don't remember what she does, but she's another one of those things where they're just gonna be like switching cards around, so it's really hard for you to out-card them. So that's like their card mechanism. Right, but Colette can't use the configuration. Well, it doesn't matter. No, they don't care about the configuration. They just use it as like a little pocket to keep cards. And Dorian has boring conversation, so he's just really good. So if there's a couple models that you can get rid of, Dorian is who I would pick. See if you can get rid of the duet, the Corfi duet. And yeah, just I don't. Yeah, I think as long as you can keep stealing the intel markers off of them, I think you're gonna be okay. I don't play at a very high level though, so we have a very good Colette player near us who has won a couple of our local events. He really likes Shadowlark, so I think it just kind of depends on the flavor of performer they go. Right, Probs getting stomped is a learning experience. They seem so good for the strat. We're at third. Oh, you're right. You're even playing a reduced Soulstone limit, 35. So essentially, are you still playing with masters? You're not like doing a henchman hardcore, right? So probably won't be seeing the entire range of BS just yet. So what is the core? So if I was playing Colette, I would probably bring a showgirl. I would probably bring Carlos because he is fast as all friggin' get out. I would probably bring the duet just because that's like core. And I guess after that, I get season to taste. I guess I would probably bring blackbirds. Because as far as I know, she doesn't really need stones for any of her triggers. She has an attack that is going to do Mim 3 damage that you cannot stop. Because it's against willpower. It's... or actually, I don't even know if there's a defense flip. Because it's Sword Swallow is her bonus action. If anybody's not interested in Malifaux, I apologize profusely. It's supposed to be very boring. Sword Trick. Yeah, okay, it's against defense. You take 3 damage and you get buried. Or she does the twist ending, which is she buries, and then you still take the damage. You still take the damage. Presto Changeo can kind of... She's got a little bit of a... What's the name of the thing I'm thinking of? Seamus thing. She like does that teleport thing around. I will say she does have Serene Continence. If you can kind of pin her down to a certain spot and you can get somebody with Ruthless into her, she will fold like friggin' paper. So if you have something with Ruthless, I'd say use that. Every game it increases 5 soul sets. That sounds fun. Hey, Wilmar, why don't we do a slow grow Malifaux thing at AO? And you can run it. And we just say you're running it.
A league? Oh, wait.
Oh, well, if you run it, I bet they'll let it happen. Thanks for the tips, guys. It helps a lot. Yeah, if I had to really boil down the Colette experience, the duet is... I'm going to use profanity, so anybody... I don't usually use a lot of profanity. The duet is fucking crazy. How insanely fast and destructive they are. They are insane. They are the thing in that keyword that people will take out of keyword because they are so fucking crazy good. So if you can kill it or slow it down or godforsaking anything to it, then do it. But there's a thing where if they separate, they lose whatever conditions they have on them, so you can't like even put conditions on them. We are locked to a master in their tower. Yeah, you see, that seems fun. I like that. Yeah, so the duet, 100% you need to make sure you're on top of in some way or another. Or you just completely ignore it and just hope you can outplay it. And just making sure you watch out for... Yeah, Carlos is very fast, who can do a surprising amount of damage. Breath of Flame is a crazy attack. Other than that, yeah, just kind of play. Play the best you can. I'm running a bad old tech narrative. I can do a Malifaux thing if two people want. I mean, I would do it. Yeah, I guess it's mostly an issue of if there's anybody else that wants to do it other than me and you. And what we could do is we could even do like if you don't want the money to go to the store because they'll get upset about it or whatever because the store doesn't like money. We could always do like a player pot where we just put it into like a PayPal account or whatever. Just escrow it. For prizes. So you can be like, oh yeah, you win this or whatever. We could use the money to buy stuff. I mean, I would, but not at AO. Well, where else are we going to do it? Are you going to list the place that Wilmar cannot get to? Because if you do, it's not a good idea. Actually, I'm working on a day to start demoing at the store right next to me. Are you talking about Goblin? Oh, you're talking about, oh, what the heck is the name of that place? You mean the place that nobody goes to? Okay, we started 5 soul stones and grow from there. Started 5! Oh, Christ. No, so close to me, so no one will go there because it's too far. Our local henchmen plan the event because it's very accessible for people who want to get into the game. Yeah, because you just buy a box, right? And then after that, you like buy one more box for everything after that. I saw Ernie tag me in a thing at the Goblin for a Malifaux demo. Yeah, he tagged me too. Okay, who's doing the demo? Sorry if I'm sniffling into the mic. I'm still a little diseased. Also, we got about another 30 minutes in stream. Give or take. But I definitely have to get off today because I do got to work tomorrow. I usually don't work Mondays, but this Monday I do because of the other doctor is on vacation. I have talked to Brendan too about doing it at Goblin. No, there's a guy that wants to play and his friend, I think it's his friend too, and he wants a demo before buying it. People are literally painting and assembling models for the next game every week. It's kind of cool. Yeah, that sounds really fun. Yeah, anytime you could get like an event where people are like really into it, it's so fun. Like that event energy is really good. Like I don't know how else to describe it. It's kind of intoxicating. Because you're just like, wow, this is like peak. Being able to attend an event that everybody's enjoying is such a good feeling. Well, Pizza, I hope you become a consistent chatter in the stream. I don't always paint Malifaux, but it is a pretty consistent thing I paint. And plus, and after Adepticon, it'll probably be one of the things we consistently paint on here. This is like the Adepticon where I'm kind of just over having to paint stuff for the event. The way this year worked out, it was kind of just it just kind of worked out where I had a lot of stuff I got to paint. But we're always painting stuff, that's for sure. We're always painting. We're always playing. We're either painting or we're playing some kind of stupid video game. Mostly painting, unless I need I just seriously need a break. And I would say Malifaux's pretty consistent. It's like every other thing I paint, probably Malifaux. It's tough at AO because they don't carry anything as in a GWMS. Yeah, I know. I agree. It was mostly a joke. If you ran it, I would play in it 100%. But I do understand that it's an optimal situation. That's most stores. Goblin carries, and if I get it going to the store next to me, they will carry it too. I'm usually around painting stuff. Today I'm taking a rest next to Vasily in Hinamatsu. Hinamatsu is... that's one of those models you could spend an absolutely ridiculous amount of time doing, because she's wearing that, just that kimono thing. The one I painted, or I guess kind of repainted for Ernie, I didn't have to do a whole lot, which was kind of nice. I just cleaned up. I just mostly cleaned it up because, man. We did get the Himatsu from the sales and all that stuff, and I'm probably gonna paint him like the clown Fizzy from Hell of a Boss for Kara at some point. Which, if nobody's watched Hell of a Boss, I highly recommend it. It's a very good show. Don't let the first couple episodes deter you. It's got a little bit of the Office thing, where like the main character is almost like unbearable in the first couple episodes, but he very much becomes like a very deep character after like a couple episodes. It's one of those shows that took a couple shows to kind of get their legging, to get their legs underneath them. I got the alt model, the Jester dude. I plan on doing freehand in the circus outfit he's wearing. Yeah, it's there's a lot of room for inspiration on those, that's for sure. Is that who you're gonna paint? And are you doing Himatsu and not Hinamatsu? Nekama's skull paint. She just looks angry. She looks like she smelt a very bad fart. She's just pissed about it. She's like, I'm a queen. Why do I smell farts? I plan on doing free on this. Yep, it's more fitting for Zoraida. In comparison to Nekama 2, she's huge. Yeah, dude, she is insanely tall. I mean, even this one's huge. Like, you know, and again, I don't think you were here. I have the original. This is the original Nekama. She's eating her veggies. She's got a little bit of that mommy thing from Biohazard, the Resident Evil 8 or whatever it is. Lady Demetrescu. Got a little bit of that energy going on. Lady D. Some of these lines on her face are probably a little too sharp. I'm going to soften these up a little bit. I will say, most of the time with most models, it's paint the face and paint the base. When it's a female, the female anatomy better look great. Otherwise, people are going to notice. And, I mean, I can't argue. I'm a professional lady enjoyer, so... You won't hear me. You won't hear me arguing. So this is the brightest it'll be, right? So now we got to go in there and kind of make it more human-ish, even though she's not human. This is the way Kara wanted it, because Nekoma looks very human. I don't know. They've never really addressed that. Why it is that Lilith and like the royal Nephilim look like humans. I don't know if they've ever actually addressed why that's the case. But what you do is you take a dark red. We're gonna use burnt red as an example. Something with a little purple in it, with a little perp in it. Make it very watered down. Because if it's not watered down enough and it hits something it's not supposed to when it's too red, it's gonna look weird. I plan to do a circus person. She looks like a young Nephilim. Death by snoo energy. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing a few glazes can fix. I've started using purple contrast paint, heavily diluted for the face of humanoid dudes, and it works so well. Yeah, I bet it does. Yeah, purple. That's what. Yeah, it's just like I was saying. The red probably needs a little bit of purple in it, and when it does, it looks really good. And you just take it and kind of drag it into the skin cracks. I have learned a lesson to not touch the top of the forehead, like where the hair meets. Every time I do it, I'm always very sad that I do, because I feel like it pulls something away. But I will recommend you get the inside of the lips, but not on the lips, if that is possible. And then right where the eye, and it kind of meets the side of the nose, just to give the face like a bit of contrast. Always drag it down into the cleavage line, and then always to the sides of the chest, because it gives the female anatomy a bit of a rounded appearance, which is pleasing to the eye. And then after that, you just kind of play with it however you want. And then everywhere else, you just kind of use it as a bit of a shade. Kind of glaze it into the shadows to give it a little bit of a... It tricks your eyeball into thinking there's blood under the skin. So if you're looking for ways to make your skin look better and a little more easily, this is a great way to do it. Very similar to how Pizza's saying with the watered down contrast. That's probably a easier way to do it than what I'm doing. I'm doing it the old school way. I'm old school. I've been painting too long to do all the fancy contrast stuff. You can't tell me what to do, Pizza. You're not my dad. You can't make me. I'm an old man and I'm gonna paint how I want to paint. You can't stop me. The skin looks so much better after this tiny glaze already. Yeah, because it just like it really just softens the edges, like just enough. Most of the time, I feel like I only need to do it once, and and then I go and paint the entire model, and then I come back to it and I look at it, and I'm like, okay, I need to soften it a little bit more, and I'll go in there. You better flock the base with static flock, mister. You better shut your mouth. No, this is gonna be like it's gonna be lava with the rocks coming out of it. Similar to this, or she wanted pink lava. Okay, don't ask questions. Okay, just accept it. This is what she wanted. It's now my model. I'm like, all right, woman, whatever you want. Just don't hurt me. And then what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of the highlight colors, and I'll kind of tap, like, I wouldn't necessarily call it a stipple, but like just a little bit of tippy-tappy on the high spots, just to make sure that the thing we're smoothing out isn't too strong. Again, you want to make sure you address the shapeliness of the chest area, because that will draw a lot of attention. I don't know. I can't imagine why. It's almost like we're all a bunch of perverts. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You said that. Wilmar. I heard you say it, not me. That area right there. Looking a little... Smooth that out tiniest bit. Good night, Josh. I say it all day. I say it all day. If I want to go further after what you're doing, I usually use white acrylic ink mixed with the skin tone and pull almost at the point of the bristles, so you can just precise glaze on key focal. Oh, I guess I didn't even mention it. I already did white. Yeah, I already got white in this. Yeah, I was already doing it, but it depends on the model. For a big lady like her, I probably won't. Yeah, so I was doing that. I mix it at the very, very end of the skin tone. I was just talking. I didn't even think about saying it. But then I go in here and I do it just for like the skin glisten, you know, like you see in Japanese animes. It's like just like one of my Japanese animes. Oh, we got another follower. Midwest Miniature Guy. Welcome. Oh, you raided. Oh, thanks for the raid, man. 4 people? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. How'd you guys' stream go? And then we got a follow from the very same Midwest Miniatures Guy. Hi! Welcome to the Deezaster Zone, where we do a lot of painting. That is for sure. And then we got a Vampster 75. I love that. Painting skin tones when you get the hang of it is such a... Yeah, that's the thing. You hear people complain about how hard it is to paint skin, and I'm like, bro, it's not hard. It's actually really easy. And the funny thing is like, people see your models, and they're always like, oh my god, this is like the best thing. How do you paint the skin? And I'm like, I do it this way. And then they just don't listen to you. You're like, I just told you how to do it. Just pay attention. They're like, no, I can't do it. I'm like, alright, well, good talking to you, I guess. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe that ear. I want to bring that ear up just a tiny bit. Just got a little elf ear thing going on here. Just want to make sure there's a little bit of paint on the tip of the sharp part of the ear. Alright, let's finish what we were doing with that purple. And that'll probably be where we stop. Midwest Miniature Guy, doing well as finishing up some Dark Elves from an old Kickstarter and working on bases. Hell yeah, brother! I'm working on some Nurgle myself, my man. Dark Elves for Old World or for a different game? Or AOS, I guess. The sneaky Malifaux ears... you notice after blocking out the base coat of the hair, but only after you throw it. Bro, it's happened a few times where they're just like they sneak an ear in there. You're like, where the heck was there just a second ago? Yeah, that's happened to me a couple times. Yeah, Malifaux models are, I think, guilty of a lot of weird painting things where you're just like, where did that come from? The only other time I think I've painted something where I've had to go back and repaint certain things is the most was Warcrow. When I was painting some of their orcs, the wizard lady, the shaman caster lady. She had so many weird like hidden bits of skin in her clothes and in between her hair folds and stuff. I was like, you've got to be friggin' kidding me! It happened like 6 times. D&D related. Oh, D&D related Drow 25mm scale. Well, excellent. I love that. Gotta love Drow. Well, I'm glad to hear it went very well. I used to play a lot of Dark Elves, so I've painted a few Dark Elves in my day. I literally drove myself insane painting witch elves. Painting that much skin, you should not be legally be allowed to do that. As much as I did for as long as I did. I did get good at painting skin. I think the witch elves are actually kind of where I learned how to get good at skin. Imagine if you do the exact same thing over and over again 500,000 times, you get good at it. Who'd have thought? Bros Rida has loose teeth sculpted onto dude, I know. I know. They are tiny, but if you don't paint them, her face looks deformed. Yeah, because it looks like she has this like weird jaw thing. Yeah, it's so stupid looking. It took me a few tries to realize they were there. Yeah. And they're realistically sized. So you're like, sure. Absolutely. Actually, let me move this up a tiny bit. Alright, so Kara wanted purple spines. Kara's the girlfriend, for anybody who doesn't know. She was here earlier. She is now gone to bed. And she wanted purple to cream color, kind of like the way I paint my the purple on the Nurgle. That like purple right there. She wants it kind of look like that. Probably a little bit more on the ivory side. Yeah, probably more like that. Don't worry why there's random white on those. That's gonna be blood effect at some point. I don't think any of my Nurgle stuff's over here to show you, but next week, if these guys are done, we will probably start painting King Booger. So we will be doing a Great Unclean one. Because that has to be done for Adepticon. Also, anybody that is mercifully generous, we are doing a charity event for an addiction center at Adepticon. So that will be the Wednesday of Adepticon. I want to say it's like the 23rd. Is that what it is? It's the 23rd of March. Oh God, what is it? No, it's not the 23rd at all. It's 20th. It's 20th of March, I think. Where everything you guys donate through Twitch will go to an addiction center that will help people replace their addictive behaviors with D&D, essentially. And we actually have the owner of the network works at one of them, and he will actually be doing blog posts to talk about where the money is going and how it's being used. So you'll actually be able to see pictures of every dime that is spent, which is rare. And because we're using Twitch and we have we're affiliates or whatever it is, 100% of the money goes to the donation. It never sees us and it never sees another middleman, so literally all of the money goes to the donation, which I love. Love how whenever I see paint streams, you guys pull relevant models out of thin air. It looks like those late night TV commercials when they sell jewelry to old people to live. I have a lot of models. I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing this since middle school, and I am currently a 32-year-old man. And I've painted a lot of models. A lot of times, like, people say they're in this hobby, and they, like, have, like, these huge hobbies of shame, like, piles of shame and all that. I have a large hobby pile of shame. I've also painted a shit ton of stuff. Most people don't paint. They just kind of buy and build, and then... they buy, build, and then play with it. I painted a lot. A lot. Like, I did a lot of commission painting when I was going through doctor school because it helped pay for food. And it helped me pay for dates. Well before Cairo school in that regard. But I did do a lot of commission painting back in the day. And I sold a lot of stuff on eBay too, like back in the day when you could actually sell stuff on eBay. I probably still have a lot of stuff running around in Germany. Got a lot of weird A lot of the things I sold went to Germany, which is weird. Wapilis has a pocket dimension of minis and terrain. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm currently in the midst of a hobbying crisis. I'm going through like a midlife crisis or something lately, where I've decided that I gotta get rid of a lot of my stuff. So I've actually been selling quite a bit of my stuff. So I'll be selling some armies and stuff that I just don't play anymore. So I'll be selling my MCP stuff. I'll be selling my Dust. I'm selling Dust. I was supposed to talk to you about that, Wilmar. If there's any games that I should keep, but we were distracted playing Infinity today. Also, if anybody cares, I am the host of Arachne, an Infinity podcast, which is something we, funnily enough, don't really talk about Infinity a whole lot anymore. We're talking about lots of different stuff. I got to interview Father Time from Mythic. From the guys that make Mythic Earth. The name of the company's Mythic Coast, I think is the name of the company. And we talk about playing Native Americans and killing each other with giant mythological monsters, which is sick. Which I thought, and again, anybody who doesn't know me, I am currently in the midst of buying my Cairo practice, so money's not exactly something I have a ton of right now. So anytime you guys donate something, it helps. But Mythic America is this like Native American game where eventually I'll get an army for it. We'll probably pay it on stream, but it's gonna take a little while. So anytime money comes to me to take away the strain of having to pay for podcasts and mics and stuff like that, it's very helpful. So I always appreciate it. All the subs and all that do go towards that fund, helping me afford all these things. Here comes another raid. Welcome, raiders of Ushinkat. Welcome. Welcome to the Deezaster Zone. You're catching us a little bit at the end, but we really appreciate you coming. How'd your stream go? And I'm sorry I don't have this in the camera. These wings are really, really ridiculously big. And it's hard it's hard to get into the camera. How'd you guys' stream go? I'm not usually this off camera. Sorry, this is a really weird thing to be painting, these wings. Very specifically the spine part. Quick, distract him with something stupid. Start talking about something dumb, like the Super Ball, which I assume the Eagles have won, because it didn't look like it was going too good. Thank you for the follow, Ray Photon. Thank you for the follow. Streamtastic? Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. That's a good way to describe it. It was streamtastic? Question mark? I mean, I always just want to hear what people are painting, you know? It's funny because like there are other hobbies that come in here. There's like a guy who gives us a lot of raids who does like cards. He like owns a card shop. First upside down only she's a bat. She's a bat. What are you painting in Yes Philly? Yeah, dude, Kansas sounds like they got absolutely demolished. I am painting a Nekama from Malifaux. I can show you a more proper picture here in a second. For Valentine's Day, because Kara asked me to paint a model for her for the game of Malifaux. So this is Nekama 1. This is the third edition model, I think, because she became a master in 3rd edition. She's a big demon mommy. And I would be okay if she smashed my skull with her thigh muscles. He thinks regular painting is too... yeah, it's too... I need to do it upside down. I can't get the angle like this. And I gotta get behind the wings, you know? It's tough, you know? Listen, don't make fun of me. I'm sensitive. I'm a sensitive boy. I'm a sensitive little lad. Thank you, Rayfa. She is pretty. She is a very pretty lady. She's also very, very mean. She has killed a lot, a lot of people. Been there, yeah, bro. I know what you mean. I know what you mean over here. Another follower, man. They are coming in fast and heavy. Thank you for the follow, Major Glitch. Appreciate that, buddy. So I guess to kind of give you the quick gist of what we do here, we paint models mostly for games. Most of the time we're not promoted, but when we are, it's probably CB. Other than that, I paint models and play the games very badly. But I've been doing that a lot less lately. I've been doing more painting than I have been playing, I think, and I think that's the right way to go. They say follow the money, and I'm like, oh, I don't make money with either one of these things, but I have more fun doing one over the other. I have her first edition metal mini. For a metal mini, she has the tiniest ankles. Metal? She's never been metal. I have her first model. It's right here. This is the very first Nekama. Oh, you might be thinking of Lilith. Lilith was metal. Yes. You can bring her first edition mini as a bat. As a batarang. Your first edition model is a batarang. It's a batarang. That's pretty good. She's got a little devil tail. Look at it. It's like, he's a little devil lady. But yeah, you're probably thinking of Lilith. She's massive. Yeah, dude, she's like her old. Like when this model came out, the first thing I thought was like, wow, she's huge. And then I saw this one when I came back after a long break, and I was like, holy crap, she's humongous. Yeah, she eats her vitamins. Ain't no doubt about that. Oh, they have a little thing. Oh, I didn't know they could do that. Oh, now why? Now why'd you stop? You strands are still really